Welcome and good morning, my friends, to this weekly Sunday stream. And we are back again, half an hour late, but yeah, you have to forgive me. I was attending a 40th birthday yesterday, so it's not easy to get up in the morning. Yeah, here it's 8 o'clock and 38 minutes. So yeah, I normally start at 8, but yeah, I'm late. Today we want to check in a new game. The Board Still series is finished, and I want to start with the SSI role-playing games from the 80s. And the first one to play is Pool of Radiance. Therefore, I think we start a new way of presenting the games, checking into the games. One thing is we read the manuals together, and what was there. This was the cover. Yeah, it was a box set. And where does it came from, this game? So for me it was like this, that I came to role playing through the Bard's Tale series first, but to Dungeons and Dragons, to the pen and paper system, through this Pool of Radiance. So I was starting my time with this here, with the original Dungeons and Dragons set. I know it's the, it's not the, 73 version. They revisited it at some point. And this game we're playing now is based on these rules and better on this one, the Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, the rule set. And we will see how it is compared to the books. And of course, I have my own clue book again here, so we can find our way in the game. Now let's see what was there. There was one thing, there was a code wheel that I'm presenting here. It was a normal, this kind of wheel. You have to turn it and turn it to find the right things to get into the game. Let's see if I need it when I want to start the game. And then there was a quick reference card, an IBM and compatible data card. Yeah, when you played it at old times at the PC. I remember, I'm not sure if I had it on the C64 or if I started it on the PC. I don't know. I think it was the PC. System requirements. So we're playing an official Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer product, Pool of Radiance. Yeah. System requirements. This game requires a minimum of 384K available memory. Okay, I think we got this. I have 32 gig, so this should be enough. To run the game in eager mode requires a minimum of 512K available memory. Yeah, eager mode, this was a graphic mode that is very old school. To run the game in TA 10D16 color, 10D was another kind of computer, mode requires a minimum of 640K total memory. The game may be played from hard disk only. Yeah, you had to have the disk always, the hard disk. Yeah, you had to install it, and then it was played from the hard disk. But there were times when you needed disks for some games that you put into the 3.5 inch and 5.25 inch disks. You know, the game requires approximately 2.2 megabytes of hard disk space. This is a lot for that time, but not now. Installing the game. Before beginning play, you must install the game. This installation procedure customizes the game and tailors it to provide optimum performance on your computer system. To install the game, please follow the following instructions. Installation instructions. Place disk 1. Yeah, you had more than one disk to install it because the disks were not big enough in space to have all the installation data. Access the drive containing disk 1, type install and then press enter. Follow the on-screen prompts. Installation menu. After you type install, the installation menu appears. This program allows you to configure the game for your computer system. That was really horrible at that time. You had really to check everything if you have high memsys, EEM, and all this DOS stuff to run different games. Every game was a bit slightly different. You had to change things again. You had to change the auto exec path to this was the config sys and all these settings. To load the game, the install automatically creates a directory called poolrad. Yeah, that's right. Call up this directory if you are not already in it, type start and press the enter return key. When two symbols and a path are displayed, find the first symbol on the outside of the translation wheel. Okay, and the second symbol on the inside ring on the wheel. Match the two symbols and read the word under the path from inside to outside. For example, if the computer displays this and this, let's see what is there. I don't even see it here. Yeah, the one is Espra, Elven language, and Dethic is the Dwarven language. Because we are playing in the Forgotten Realms, I'm coming to this later. This is where the Baldur's Gate series is located, yeah? For everyone here. Rune translator. I don't see this symbol. Am I blind? This one. I'm really blind. Is it on the other side? The second one I found, yeah. But the first one? What the heck? Are you kidding me? Okay. Sad I don't have my wheels any longer and the game, the original game. Okay, let's hope this rune doesn't come up because I don't find it. I don't even see it. It's not here. It's not here. Nothing is looking like that, right? Perhaps they changed it in the game so I can not use this example, but it doesn't matter. Then there's a word down. The word is zombie. After you type in translation and press the enter return key, the game loads and displays the party creation menu. Yeah. How to make choices. Pool of Radiance is controlled by using menus. On the menus, one letter of each word is highlighted. Yep. To indicate the command you want, press the key for the highlighted letter. For example, to see the area you are in, press the A key. To select an item or character from a menu, highlight your selection and press the enter return key. Use the home and end keys to highlight items or characters on vertical menus. Exception, use the up and down cursor keys when modifying a character. Oh wow, this will be interesting now to remember all this. Some commands such as view act only on a single character. Highlight the character you want and then press the key for that command. Example V for view. Some commands are a toggle example selecting characters on in the picks menu toggles to character off, no character portrait in view, selecting character off, turn portraits back on. Okay, great, don't need it. How to move around. Movement commands are given through the numeric keypad and or the cursor keys. When you begin the game, you will be moving through a 3D view of the world. While moving in this view or the area map, use the cursor keys. The up arrow moves you forward, the left arrow turns you left, the right arrow turns you right, the down arrow turns you around. Okay, we have to use the arrow keys. While moving in the wilderness or in combat, use the numeric keypad for movement. You will move in the direction the key you press lies from the center of the keypad. Pressing 9, for example, moves you up and to the right. Ach du Scheiße. To begin playing quickly, use the pre-rolled and pre-equipped characters from the saved game disk or on your hard drive. No, we don't do this. Choose load save game from the party creation menu. After the saved game is loaded, choose Begin Adventuring if you want to start your own characters. Be sure to equip them before you start adventuring. A shop selling arms and armor is located at 8.11. Pool your money. Okay, when you use the clue book. Okay. Pool your money. Use the few items and ready commands to prepare your character's equipment. Make sure you have at least one platinum piece left. Use the take command and have one character pick up all the money. Go to the inn at 4:12. Pay the money and rest to memorize spells. Right. The memorization of spells. Start adventuring in the slums. Return to the city hall periodically to collect commissions and rewards. When your characters have enough experience points and money, train in the training hall. Rules errata. Wilderness encounters replace your party's icon. They do not appear adjacent to it. Charmed characters will not join your party, but they will fight on your side for one battle. Evil clerics turn undead. They do not charm them onto your side. A character's portrait picture can only be viewed in the civilized area of plan. To take back a move in combat, press the escape key. Escape, genau. Differences in the IBM compatible version. This version of Pool of Radiance differs slightly from the rules. Most of these differences are explained by the on-screen menus. Differences include game speed, yeah. Let's see how it works. Because different computer systems run at different clock speeds, the speed at which this game plays on your system may be faster or slower than you like. When in combat, you can change the game speed, this is important now, by selecting the Done option and then selecting the Speed option. Okay. Once in the speed menu, you can speed the game by pressing the F key or slow it down by pressing the S key. The speed option controls the amount of time messages remain on the screen. Okay, we need this speed option very, because this will be too fast now. Done and then speed option. Note: if you have a fast machine such as a 486.40 megahertz machine, it may be so fast that you may not be able to read messages. Yes, this problem we will have. No matter how slow you set the speed, to work around this problem, use the aim option to get information about your enemies. Saving a game. You may maintain up to 10 different saved games at a time. When you save a game, choose one of the letters A to J. When you load a saved game, the letters for games you have saved are displayed. Note: the program only looks at the first 8 letters of a character's name. When adding a character to your party, if you try to add more than one character with the same first 8 letters, only the last character will be added. If the message "time to save your game" appears, press the enter return key and follow the normal save game procedure. This message will appear most often on machines with less available memory. 384K. After saving, you will be returned to DOS prompt, where you must resume the game. The following commands can be given at the combat menu or while a party character is moving under control. Press the key to execute the command. Alt Q sets all characters to computer control. No. Space resets all characters to manual control. Control S toggles sound on off. This could be important. Alt M toggle magic on off or characters set to quick. Characters set to quick will always use readied magic items. Characters with readied arrows will use bows if no targets are adjacent. Configuration file. Yeah, here we are. The configuration file for the game is pool.cfg. The first line of this file handles the display mode, where C stands for CGA, E stands for EGA, and T stands for Tandy. The second line handles sound. P is for PC sound, T is for Tandy sound, and S is for silent no sound. The third line is the path to game data. The fourth line is the path to save files. The fifth line is the introduction type. F is full intro, and N is no intro. In order to reconfigure the game, delete the pool CFG file and restart the game. This was from SSI Strategic Simulations Incorporated, not inclusive. the company was really famous at that time for making this kind of games. I don't even know what became out of them. Yeah, then let's see. Let's see the manual. Manual. Oh yeah, wait. I have something for you. If I find it. Second edition or first edition? It doesn't matter. Where's this book? No light. Adventures. Yeah, here we have it. No, that's not it. This is not what I was looking for. I will get it. Don't worry. But these are not adventure books. What are the adventures? Are you kidding me? I had it, I'm sure. Okay, I'm not finding it now. Oh, it was first edition. Don't forget. No, this is not even first edition. This is Stranglers. Okay. I remember having this book. So, what are you telling me? Where's my book? Where's my book? This is not it. Okay. Huh. Not sure what happened. But I'm sure I have it. Okay, something is missing. I don't find it now. But I know I had it. Didn't put it in the box, right? Ah, Scheiße. Yeah, searching in the dark is a bad idea, I know. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. I have to find it. And it has to be here. This is not the one. Okay, this is now interesting. I don't know. Let's see. This is all. Forgotten Realms. Ah, no, this is not the book. See? Did I capture something here? Okay, this is interesting. Let's see. I have to check something, guys, because I'm missing something. Let's see if I'm only Having a bad memory. Huh. Mm-hmm. How was it called? Wait. Let's check. Rings of Edwin. Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't have it any longer. There was even for the pen and paper system, where this game derived from, there was an adventure module called FRC1 Ruins of Adventure for the first edition for Forgotten Realms. So if someone wants to play it, you can still play it as a pen and paper role playing book. A game, yeah, from the book. So let's continue with the manual. Yeah, here we have enough again. The instruction we already had some reading about. Welcome to the official Advanced Dungeons and Dragons computer product Pool of Radiance, a Forgotten Realms fantasy role-playing epic. This adventure game is based on the rules and background created by TSR Inc. Yeah, Gary Gygax, you know, Frank Manson. With a storyline created especially for this game, the Pool of Radiance adventure begins in the ruined city of Flan, on the northern shore of the Moonsea, where adventurers from the civilized nations are trying to rebuild this once proud city. You adventurers start out as beginning characters at the first level of experience and can advance to higher levels as they help bring back Flan to its former glory. Yeah, for this we had in our times the first box set for the Forgotten Realms. This is I think this was first edition. Yes, there's no logo for second edition on it. And there we had for instance maps. Yeah, there's the Moonsea Isles. This is here we have Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate here down somewhere here. Yeah. And when you go further to the east, then we don't use this map. There's another one. Here this you used for calculating the distances. This too. Then you had a DM source book for information about the realms. A lot of things to read. The Cyclopedia. English is not that easy. Cyclopedia for the realms. And there's another map. So let's see. This is here we have the Moonsea reaches. Yeah, and we're up here somewhere where Flan is in Central Keep. Yeah. And there's a third and fourth map, all only for Forgotten Realms. There were additional boxes called Maztica. This is when they found America, South America, the Aztecs and all this stuff. Then there was a box set for Al-Qadim, the Arabic side of Forgotten Realms. Then there were editions for the eastern side for Japan. There were modules, adventure modules for Karatur. I have even the trail maps here for Forgotten Realms and Karatur. And there were a lot of other things like the Horde. They brought in Genghis Khan in their own way. It's a really big world. You can still use it. The story is evolving, is going on since the first edition. So now they're at the 5th edition of AD&D, Advanced. Now it's called Dungeons and Dragons again. So we had the D&D, AD&D, AD&D 2nd edition, AD&D options, AD&D 3. And D&D 3.0, then D&D 3.5, then the 4th edition that was not so good, and now they're at the 5th edition. And with all these editions, the story, history, and all this in the Forgotten Realms was going on and on. And we are starting at the beginning. What comes with this game? In addition to the game discs, you should find 4 other items in your game. The rulebook. Yep. This is the rulebook. Yeah, this is what you're reading. If you have gameplay questions during the course of the game, refer to this book. The Adventurers Journal. This one. This contains background and introduction to the Forgotten Realms and the scenarios, plus maps, rumors, and stories that may be true or false. It also contains appendices, tables, and reference information to help speed gameplay. You will confirm the true rumors and expose the false ones during the game. The Quick Start card. This was this one. This explains how to start the game, make menu choices, and indicate items using your computer. It also lets you get right into the game without having to read through the rules. Yeah, these are the things how I learned my to speak English, to understand English. It was not school, it was the role-playing game that was really bringing me to English. The translation wheel. As your characters progress through the Forgotten Realms, they will occasionally find Detect, Dwarfish, and Esprod Elvish runes. Yeah, that's what I told you already. The wheel is a method of translating those runes into English words so you can understand them. The translation wheel has 4 parts. Espra, Elvish runes. Around the outside rim are the Elvish runes. Oops. Detect, Dwarfish runes. Just inside the Elvish runes are the Dwarfish runes. Yeah, this is when it was a wheel. We had no wheel here. 3 paths. Spiraling out from the inside are 3 paths identified graphically as ... Yeah, Morse code. 6 rings. 6 numbered rings, each with 3 holes showing letters, are located inside of the Dwarfish runes. Using the wheel, you can get many kinds of information from the wheel. 5 or 6 letter code words. The computer displays 2 runes and a path. Match up the 2 runes and read the letters from rings 1 through 6. If the first character is a number, ignore it and read the letters from rings 2 through 6. Example. Okay, let's see if this example is possible. Okay, here we have 1. And then we need this thing. This is this one. Oh, he shows us all things now, so he wanted beware. You see? Then the 3-letter code words. The computer displays 2 runes and the ring number. Match up the 2 runes and read the letters on the ring clockwise from the path. A ring number. I don't know what he means. This is then the translation stuff here, yeah. I think so. No. This is only for translation. Where's the looks? Okay. We cannot copy this here. Let's see how it's working in the game. Translate Elfish Espra to English or Dwarvish. The computer displays a list of Elfish runes. Match the Translate Espra tab to each Elfish rune, one at a time. Read the English letter in ring 1 of the path. Read the Dwarfish rune at the Translate Detect tab. Translate Dwarfish to English or Elfish. The computer displays a list of Dwarfish runes. Match the Translate Detect tab to each Dwarfish rune, one at a time. Read the English letter in ring 1 of the path. Read the Elvish rune at the Translate Espro tab. Some Dithic runes have more than one translation. Try each when translating words. Okay. Getting started quickly. You can get right into playing Pool of Radiance by using the instruction on your quick start card and using the characters provided. If you have any questions as you play, refer back to these rules for a complete explanation. Reading the rulebook. This book is divided into sections describing how to manipulate the game by using the menus on the screen. The menus are lists of commands that you choose according to the instructions on your quick reference card. Central to the game is the concept of active character. The active character is highlighted on the character display. Any command that affects a single character affects the active character. Commands that affect the whole party do not require an active character. In combat, the active character is picked automatically according to the character's initiative. From other menus, the active character may be changed before choosing any commands. All commands are menu-based. If a command affects the whole party, indicate the command as listed in your quick reference card. If the command affects one character, indicate the character and then the command. Example: to look at a character's items, indicate the character, choose view and then choose items. The computer displays a list of the character's items and the item's rated status for combat. Menus are displayed either vertically or horizontally. Vertical means menus are used to make a choice of someone to act, such as a member of an adventuring party, or something to act upon, such as one item out of several carried. If there are more choices than will fit on the screen at once, you can change pages using next and preview commands or the page up and page down keys. Horizontal menus are lists of commands given the options of what the character can do or what you can do to the character. When space permits, each horizontal menu is preceded by the menu title. This is set off by a colon, I don't know how to talk this, and is not an option on the menu. Menus are shown with the title and each command in the rules. As an example, the encamp menu contains commands for save, view, magic, rest, alter, pool and exit. It is shown as encamp menu. Encamp, save, view, magic, rest, alter and exit. Unless otherwise specified, the exit command on any menu returns to the next higher level menu. On the computers, the escape key acts as an exit command from any menu. Characters and the party. Ooh, these are some pages. How many? Whoa, what the heck? Read a lot. What are characters? You create characters to accomplish quests in the Forgotten Realms. Characters are differentiated by their race, ability scores and class. Several characters are needed to accomplish the missions presented here. These characters make up a party. For maximum flexibility, you should have a balanced party with characters of different classes and races. The 6 races in Pool of Radiance. The 6 player races in Pool of Radiance. Dwarf. This is a cunning race. Wow, cunning, okay. A cunning race of sturdy workers and craftsmen. They have no magic of their own, but are resistant to magic. Dwarves can advance up to 9th level as fighters, and at any level as thieves. They can be fighters and thieves at the same time. Dwarves can see in the dark using infravision. So, this was a specialty in 1st, and I think still in 2nd edition. Point was in D&D you had classes fighter, magic, cleric, standard, yeah, and thief, and as extra classes dwarf, elf, and halfling. They were classes. In the 1st edition they then made the classes really classes, so fighter, mage, cleric, thief, let's say it that way, yeah. And then you had the races, dwarf, elf, gnome, human. But the point is, they had a limited advancement. So all the non-humanoid races were limited to a level where they could advance to, because they had some other specialties. Now they're gone of this thing, but here we have to take care of it, to be careful what characters we do, because when I make a dwarf fighter, he's only getting to the 9th level and then it's done when everyone is going to the 20th level. Not in this part, but in the following ones. So it's good to see, okay, when I make a dwarf, he should be thief too, so he can advance more. Then elf. This is a long-lived race, as tall as humans, but slimmer. They can be fighters, magic users, thieves, Fighter magic users, also combined classes. Fighter thieves, magic user thieves, and fighter magic user thieves. They can advance to 7th level as fighters and 11th level as magic users and any level as thieves. So I should make an elf who can advance perhaps this fighter magic user thief. Takes long time to advance compared to others because he has to share his experience points between fighter, magic user and thief. While another one who has only one class can advance again, can put his experience points in this class. No, members of this race are shorter and slimmer than their cousins, the dwarfs. They can go up to 6th level as fighters and any level as thieves. They can be fighter thieves. Okay. Perhaps I'm not making a dwarf. I don't know. He is not multiclassed. I don't see anything about this, but let's see. Half-elf. These hybrids have many of the virtues of both humans and elves. Like elves, they can be more than one class at once. Though they can advance only to 8th level as magic users and 8th level as fighters. Like humans, half-elves can be clerics, and unlike humans, combine that class with other classes. Okay, so what is... do they have a maximum level? We will see, perhaps there's a overview. Halfling. These folks... Let's see. What is our book saying here? Yippee. Are they correct? Races. Page 13. Character races. Here we have it. Racial stock of character. Advancement levels. Cleric half-elf. Level 5. Are you kidding me? Druid unlimited, but they don't have druids here. So they said dwarf fighter level 9, that's right. Thief unlimited, that's right. Then they said gnome unlimited thief. Yeah, this is here we have this. How do I show you? Yeah, here we have this list. Yeah, in the book it's correct to what we are reading here. So they. Saying this because people are saying, "Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, it's so close to the advanced dungeon, to the Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition rules." Yeah, they made this here too to be close to the rules of the original game. They are talking about it like it's a new invention to make a computer game based on a pen and paper role-playing game and be close to the rules. No, that was before. That was even from the beginning. It's not new. It's nothing special. It's how they should do it. So, halfling. These folk are about half the size of a human, hence the name. They have little ability with magic, but are resistant to its influences. They can be fighters, thieves, and fighters, thieves, and fighter thieves. They are limited to becoming 6th level fighters, but have no limits as thieves. Okay. We have to remind ourselves, we have to remember that when we want to take a non-humanoid class, and it should be an elf, a halfling, or a gnome, there should be a multi-class with a thief in it to get higher. Humans. This is the most common player race in the Forgotten Realms. They have unlimited progression as fighters, magic user, clerics, and thieves. So, if we want to have high-level clerics and magic users, what we need, and fighters, we have to have at least 3 human characters. From 6 characters we can make. Yeah, we can have 6 characters. I think I remember that. Yeah, and can have 3 demi classes, like. Perhaps we take an elf, a halfling, and a gnome. Or a dwarf, I don't know. A dwarf is not unlimited. This is what I'm a bit, not angry about it. Yeah, it's sad. Ability scores. The computer randomly generates the ability scores that every adventurer has. There are 6 ability scores. All have some effect on the play of the character. Ability scores are based on a range from 3 low to 18 high. Each character class see below has a prime requisite ability score. A prime requisite of 15 or more increases the amount of experience see below the character gets from adventures. Yeah, that's right. That's like in the rulebook. This is Nothing different. So it's, yeah, they did it at that time already. Strength. This is the measure of how much a character can carry and how much damage he can do in a fight. The prime requisite for fighters is strength. Fighters with an 18 strength also have a percent value from 1 to 100, right? Listed as 01 to 00, denoting the highest possible natural character strength. We need strength for hitting and making damage. Intelligence. This is the measure of how much a character can ultimately memorize. The prime requisite for magic users is intelligence, right? Wisdom. This is the measure of a character's ability to understand the ways of the world and interact with it. The prime requisite for clerics is wisdom. Dexterity. This is the measure of the manual dexterity and agility of the character. The prime requisite for thieves is dexterity. Constitution. This is the measure of the overall health of a character. It influences both hit points, so how much you can stand damage, see below, and the character's chance of surviving the effects of a raised dead spell. Charisma. This is the measure of how well the character interacts with other characters. It is sometimes a factor when the character has an encounter with non-player characters, usually called NPCs. Each character also has two other important values: hit points and experience points. So, hit points. This characteristic is derived from a character's constitution. He gains a bonus to his hit points per level if his constitution is over 14. His level and his character class, see below. Every time a character is hit in combat, he loses hit points. A character with many hit points can survive far longer in combat than one with few hit points. When a character reaches 0 hit points, he is unconscious and may be dying or dead, depending on how much damage he has taken. Experience points. As a character has adventures, kills monsters, and accumulates treasure, he gains experience points. When he has enough experience points, he can increase in level, becoming more proficient in his class. The computer keeps track of experience points. Every character starts at first level with 0 experience points. Character class. An adventurer must be at least one of the following character classes. A human adventurer can only be one class. Non-human can combine classes. Yeah, at that time you could not do this with a human to make multi-class, but multi-class is working different now in the 5th edition. A character with combined classes has more playing options, but he advances more slowly in his professions because he's doing more than one thing at a time and his experience are divided up among his classes. Yeah, that's what I told you. Cleric. We have the 4 basic classes here in this game. The cleric is a holy crusader who fights for the causes of his religion. Due to religious restrictions, he cannot use a cutting weapon that draws blood, such as a sword or an arrow, but can use any form of armor and use crushing weapons such as a mace. He casts holy spells that can heal and support his friends and also uses his natural holy power to drive away undead. Some magic items are actually holy objects that only a cleric can use. A cleric gains 1 to 8 hit points with every advance in level to 9th level, right? Plus any constitution bonus. From 10th level on he adds 2 hit points per level without constitution bonus, right? So I used a trick in this game, I think everyone did. You have to use some kind of cheat, otherwise it's really getting hard. When I was at the level up at the training camp, I saved the game, went in with the character who had level up, made level up, and if he was getting only a few hit points, I loaded the game again, tried it again till he get enough 7 or 8 hit points, so he's getting to a good level. Because yeah, you will see in the game, if you do it the way it should be done, it's hard and a lot of people die. Fighter. The fighter can use any form of armor or weapon, including magic ones, but most other magical items and all magical spells are beyond him. A fighter gains 1 to 10 hit points plus constitution bonus with each advance in level through 9th level. With the 10th level he gains 3 hit points per level without constitution bonus. Where's the thief? Okay. The magic user is potentially the most powerful character class, but he starts out weak. Initially he has very few hit points. In addition, he cannot memorize many spells and must carefully husband his few spells until he gains more through advancement in level. The beginning magic user is given 4 first level spells in his magic book. He can add 1 additional spell to his magic book every time he advances a level. He can also scribe spells into his magic book from scrolls he finds in the course of his adventures. In this game, magic users cannot use many form of armor or any weapon other than a dagger or staff. However, there are many magic items only a magic user can use. A magic user gains 1 to 4 hit points with every advance in level through 11th level, plus constitution bonus. At 12th level and beyond, he gains only 1 hit point per further level. What is important here is the memorizing way of memorizing spells. It's different than they do it in the 5th level now. I was surprised how they do it now. Here it is, you memorize exactly that spell that you want to cast, and not the selection of spells that you can use with your slots. That's different now in the 5th edition. It's a good change, but when you customize to it, you memorize directly that spells. Thief. This is the thief of the sagas, who uses trickery and misdirection instead of brute force to win his objective. This is the only profession in which demi-humans may climb as far as any human. I cannot understand why, because why should an elf be unlimited in thievery? What's not normal for an elf, but not in magic, but okay. Indeed, halflings and elves are especially adept in this craft. To be a proficient thief, a character must have a high dexterity. Thieves must stick to leather-based armor and have a restricted list of weapons. A thief gains 1 to 6 hit points with every advance in level, plus constitution bonus, through 10th level. They gain 2 hit points without constitution bonus per level thereafter. Multiple classes. Non-human races can sometimes be a combination of classes. When a character is more than one class, his hit point per level are averaged among the classes involved. What do you want to tell me with this? However, his experience is split between the two classes even when he cannot further advance in one of them. He gains all the benefits of both classes in regard to weapons and equipment. Alignment is the philosophy a character lives by. While the actions of a character are under your control, the character's alignment can affect how NPCs in the game view him. The computer provides all the possible alignments for a character, and you can choose any of those you wish. So for anyone who always wanted to play evil and could not do it while the pen and paper sessions are going with your friends, here you can do it. Lawful good. Followers of this alignment strictly interpret law and order, but they use the principles to bring all the benefits to the society. Yeah, it's lawful good, not lawful stupid. Some people play it lawful stupid. Lawful neutral. Followers of this alignment view regulation as all important, taking a middle road between good and evil. Yeah, for me it's called order. Lawful neutral is order at its best. Lawful evil. Followers of this alignment believe in the rulership of the strong and the enslavement of the weak. In the pen and paper games, I call my people who are playing evil mostly lawful, neutral, or chaotic stupid, because some people think when they play evil characters they have to do rubbish, but evil doesn't mean you're rubbish. Neutral good. The follower of this alignment believes there must be some regulation in combination with freedoms if the best is to be brought to the world. For me, this is only good. Take away the neutral and then you have good. You're acting good no matter what. True neutral. A follower of this alignment believes that everything must be kept in balance, law and chaos, and good and evil to maintain world harmony. This is for someone who knows about this, but I think true neutral is only like you are a peasant, you're doing your hard work, you're living a normal life. You don't. You try to do your best to survive, but you don't care about alignments at all. Yeah, this is for true neutral is for in the system for when you play a druid, then you have your balance. Neutral evil. The follower of this alignment considers law and chaos to be minor considerations as long as evil is brought to the world. Yeah, this is evil. It's called evil. Forget the neutral part. Chaotic good. Followers of this alignment value randomness and freedom, but also value life and individual welfare. Chaotic neutral. Followers of this alignment value randomness and disorder over either evil or good. So we have here Harvey Two-Face from the Batman. Chaotic evil. The chaotic evil character disdains laws and order, kindness and good deeds. He seeks positions of power, glory and prestige in a system ruled by his own whims. Okay, these are the alignments. They don't have really that much impact in the game, but yeah, choose wisely. Starting equipment. Each character is assumed to have starting equipment, including clothes, boots, backpack, money pouch, food, water, tinderbox, and flint and steel. The character's on-screen lists of items only includes important items, such as weapons, armor, and magic items. Playing the game. To play Pool of Radiance, you need a party of characters. You can use the party of characters provided, or you can create your own. We create our own. Creating a party of characters. A party is a group of characters you have generated and saved to the save game disk for use in missions. You may have up to 6 player characters called PCs or player characters, in your party at a time. You can control up to 8 characters in game, but the remaining 2 slots are left open for NPCs. How was the name? Durton, I think, of this cleric. Your characters may hire or meet along the way. When starting a game, the first screen you see is one with positions for the vital information about the characters in the party, and a menu with all the ways of putting together an adventuring party. This is the party creation menu. Create character, drop, modify, train, view, add, remove, blah blah blah. Okay. The following describes the results of using each command. Create new character. This is the opportunity to build an adventurer from the scratch. This leads you through a series of menus to help you define the character. Even pictures. Pick race menu. This gives you the choice of the 6 races a player character can be in the Forgotten Realms. Pick gender. After you pick a character's race, you pick the gender. Gender affects the possible strength of a character and what sort of portraits you will have to choose from to represent the character. The computer then randomly generates the ability scores that every adventurer has. Once you have seen the ability scores, you may have the computer roll again and it will randomly generate a different character. Otherwise, you may accept the rolls and take the character as generated. If you accept the rolls, you still have the opportunity to alter the character to match your own character from the AD&D game by using the modify character command described later. Pick character class. This gives you the choice of class or classes your character is qualified for based on his race and ability scores. Pick alignment. From this menu, the computer provides all the possible alignments for a character. You can choose the one you wish. Name character. Your choice of name for a character is entirely up to you. You cannot use more than 15 letters in a name. The computer displays the complete character screen and gives you a chance to save the character. If you save the character, it is written to the save game disk to become one of the regular characters you play. At this time, the computer generates a portrait of your character. You can choose both the head and body of your character's portrait and then choose the weapon. Head and colors for your character's combat icon. The figure that represents the character in combat. Refer to the encamp section for instructions on how to alter combat icons. Exit from any of these menus. This command brings you back to the party creation menu. Drop character. This command is only used when you never want to play with a particular character again. It eliminates the character's record from the save game disk and leaves a space in which you can create a new character to fill, of course. Modify character. You may bring your favorite beginning AD&D character into the Pool of Radiance. Create a character of the proper racing class and then modify it to match to your non-computer AD&D character. You can adjust the created character's ability scores and hit points. The character must start at 0 experience points and with no items beyond those he can buy with his initial gold allowance. Train character. Use this command when a character has attained enough experience to advance a level. See appendices. This is available at the start of an adventure and when the party travels to the guild to get training. The computer asks who is to train and checks the current experience points of the character. If he has sufficient points, the computer subtracts the cost of the training from the character's current money and the character advances a level. This takes no game time. A character can only advance as high as the highest level character willing to train him. In the training hall of Flan, the maximum limits are 8th level fighter, 9th level thief and 6th level cleric and magic user. Okay, this is the maximum in the first game. For your information, it was continued with Hillsfar. That was a bit different. Oh wait, You don't need to play this, but the next in the storyline was more Curse of the Esubons. Then they followed Secret of the Silver Blades in this series. And then there was, where is it? Pools of Darkness here. Yeah. View character. This allows you to view a character as described under the heading below. Add character to party. This command allows you to pick party members from previously used characters that are on a save game disk. Remove character from party. Since a party may only include 6 player characters, you can use this command to write a character to the save game disk and then substitute another with the add character to party command. The saved character will replace the previous entry for that character on the save game disk. Load saved game. This command brings up previous adventuring party from the save game disk. Save current game. This command puts the group you are currently constructing onto the save game disk for future reference. Then some versions will allow you to exit the game. Begin adventuring. When your party is ready to go, use this command to return to the game. Follow the on-screen messages to get back into the game and you are ready to go with your new party of adventurers. Non-player characters. In the course of the game, the party can run into many characters controlled by the computer. They may talk to the party, attack the party, and even offer to join the party. These are known as non-player characters or NPCs. There are 3 kinds of NPCs. Those you can hire at the training hall to adventure with your party, filling in the 2 slots possible in a party that you cannot fill with the player characters. Those who volunteer to join the party for a specific mission or quest, and those who won't join the party but will give either information or a fight. What you can do with NPCs. NPCs that want to join you are treated like your player characters with a few differences. Remember that you only have room for 2 NPCs. If you have a full party of 6 player characters, during an adventure you may find NPCs that you want to add to your party. You should seldom have more than 7 characters in your party, so there is room to add the NPC. Or you save game regularly and then drop someone. The computer commands NPCs in battle. They have morale. If things are going badly for the party, they may run and even you don't want them to. You can give NPCs treasure which may help their morale, but you cannot trade the items to the other characters. So what you give them, it stays there with them. If they die, however, you can use the trade items function to take the items. Loyalty. NPCs can also be traitors insinuated into your party depending on the way the adventure goes. They can spy on you and give information to your enemies and even turn on you in battle. NPCs can be a big help, but don't trust them in every situation. Viewing a character. The character screen. The character screen appears whenever you use the view command. The character screen displays the character's name, race and age. It also displays his alignment, character class and ability score. The current wealth of the character is also shown. Initially, the computer generates a random number between 30 and 180 in gold pieces, which the character can use in buying his equipment. Later, as the character accumulates wealth through his adventuring, there are several entries on the screen showing the copper pieces, CP, silver pieces, SP, electrum pieces, EP, gold pieces, GP, platinum pieces, PP, gams and jewelry. The value of coins are listed in the appendices. The value of gams and jewelry vary and are found when they are appraised. The screen also shows the character's current level, his earned experience points and his current hit points. If the hit points are highlighted, the character has taken damage that has not been healed. The number shown is his current hit points, not his normal hit points. Once the character has healed all the damage, the number reverts to normal. I think it was green and yellow, yeah. The armor class is shown as armor class. The lower the armor class number, the better the armor. Then it shows the character's ready weapon and what armor he's wearing. This is followed by the character's to hit armor class 0, Thaco. The lower the character's Thaco, the better fighter he is. This is followed by the damage the character does, which depends on his strength and the weapon he has ready. The last entry is the character status. This is an indication of the current health of the character. The character status can be okay. The character has positive hit points and can move and fight normally. Unconscious. The character has exactly 0 hit points. He cannot move or fight, but he's in no danger of dying. Dying. The character will die in a short period of time unless the character is bandaged or healing magic is applied. If the character is bandaged, his status changes to unconscious. Healing magic will make him okay again. In the course of combat, a character who is dying has a chance of becoming dead unless he's bandaged. See combat. A character who survives the combat in dying status is automatically assumed to have his wounds bandaged after combat and becomes unconscious. Dead. The character has died. He will be brought with the party. Assume he sat down during any combat. He can possibly be resurrected with a raised dead spell from an NPC cleric. The character's actual chance of being raised when the spell is used depends on his constitution. Fled. The character fled from the previous battle. After a battle is over, he can rejoin the party as if nothing had happened and regain his previous status. Gone. The character has been destroyed by dragon flame or a disintegrate spell or some other form of total destruction. He cannot be raised from the dead. Few options. To inspect the active character, choose the View command. This brings up the View menu. Items. Using this command allows you to see what items the character is carrying. The character's items and their combat ready status are displayed. An item that is not ready cannot be used. Not all commands in the items menu are always available. Item menu. Ready. If you want to ready or unready an item, you can use the ready command to change the status of the weapon, armor, or other item. A character has several restrictions on what he can use. Basically, you cannot use more than 2 handheld items at once. Thus, he cannot have ready a sword, a shield, and a bow at the same time. Arrows are assumed to be in a quiver and cannot be readied at all times, though they cannot be used unless a bow is readied as well. Use. This command means the character is going to use an item. In combat, you will be asked to indicate the target. See combat for targeting and proceed back to the combat menu. Trade. If you use this command, the screen switches to the party screen and asks which character you are trading with. Indicate the character and the screen switches back to the item screen. Indicate which item you can trade multiple items in one transaction is to go to the other character, and the item disappears from the trading characters list and reappears on the items list of the receiving character. Remember that an NPC does not give up an item once he has it unless he is dead. Yeah, he is clutching to it. Drop. If this command is used on an item, the item is gone. It cannot be retrieved. Do not use this if you want to give the item to someone else. That's what the trade command is for. Half. Multiple items such as arrows are often combined onto one line, such as 42 arrows. Half creates 2 lines, each with half the number of items, such as 2 lines, each with 21 arrows. Only items like arrows that are shown as several items on one line can be halved. Join. This is the opposite of half. If you have several lines of arrows or a similar item on the item screen, you can use this command on one line and all similar lines are joined with it. The number of items shown is the total of the numbers in all the former lines. No more than 250 of an item can be joined on one line. Note the ready status, yes or no, of the item depends on the line that all the others are joined with. Sell. This command is described under the shop menu. ID. This command is described under the shop menu. Spells. This is a listing of what spells a magic user or cleric has memorized and is ready to cast. See magic menu. Trade. This command is used when you want to transfer money from one character to another. Indicate which character you are trading with and then indicate which coins and how much are to go to the other character. The coins disappear from the trading characters list and reappear on the money record of the receiving character. Drop. If this command is used on money, the money is gone. It cannot be retrieved. After you create your party, you appear in the civilized section of Flan. The party is ready to begin adventuring. Missions. Flan is a very dangerous place. The civilized nations are only now gaining a foothold. You can either wander around town and run across dangerous situations or report to the city council of Flan. They will assign the party missions and give rewards when the missions are completed. Initial missions are local in nature. Later ones are more ambitious to match both your increased expertise and the opinion of you. Flan is split into 2 sections. The civilized section is controlled by the settlers and the uncivilized section is controlled by monsters. After you clear all the monsters from a block, settlers move in and it becomes civilized. As you move around the town and the wilderness, there are 3 different points of view: 3D, area, and wilderness. 3D. This appears with the adventure menu anytime you are in town, underground, or in any other built-up area. It shows a view of the surrounding area as seen by the party. It only shows one direction at a time, so you must rotate the party using the directional controls. See adventure menu. to see in each direction. At the same time, the screen shows what compass direction the party is facing and the coordinates of their location in their current block area. This option is given in the adventure menu. When the 3D view is shown on the screen, this view shows the position of the party and an overhead view of the surrounding area. It can only be obtained in a 3D view. It does not appear in the wilderness. There is no real detail, just the position of all major obstructions such as walls, trees, water, etc. A cursor shows the position of the party. Wilderness. This screen shows when the party is traveling in the wilderness. It displays an image of the party moving through a map-like wilderness. It shows the area around the party for 2 moves in each direction. If there is an encounter in the wilderness, an image of the encountered monster appears next to the icon showing the location of the party. You will be given all the usual options for the encounter. See encounters. Blocks. Most adventures take place in one or more blocks of 16 squares by 16 squares. We remember this similar to the Bard's Tale. The party moves from blocks to block by moving into a long corridor with a low ceiling. Stairs and caves with low ceilings may also move the party from one block to another. Time and the party. From the movement, the party begins its adventures in Flan. The clock is ticking. The longer it takes a party to complete a mission, the harder it becomes. Oh, nice. I didn't remember. Moving around. The first thing a new party must do is equip itself from the shops. Then it has to get to the scene of its adventures. There are 2 ways of doing this. Town travel. You can walk party in town to in-town missions, having encounters along the way. Wilderness travel. Some missions involve locations away from Flan. The party travels in the wilderness point of view until they reach the location of the mission. The computer keeps track of the time traveled. Civilization. The civilized section of Flan contains a number of locations of interest to the party. In the civilized section, the party can find out information, train, rest and heal, and buy and sell equipment. The City Council. This is where the characters meet the council and receive missions and news. The docks. The party may catch a boat at the docks to take them to otherwise inaccessible blocks and into the wilderness. The inns. These give a safe haven in which to rest using the encamp menu. Each stay at an inn costs money, but once you begin your stay you can rest as long as you like. The taverns. These are rowdy places full of gossip, stories and information. The training hall. This is where the characters can receive training from the NPCs of higher level and add starting PCs. This displays the party creation menu so that you can use the train character command. The shops. Here the characters can buy their initial equipment and later sell some of their treasure and upgrade their equipment. When you enter a shop, you are presented with the shop menu. Buy. If you use this command, the computer displays a list of items available and their cost. If you try to buy something you do not have the money for, the computer tells you so. If you try to buy something that will overload you, the computer tells you that too. So they are working with encumbrance, Don't forget it. Don't carry a RAM with you or firewood for a week. This is not working. View. This is the same screen as shown for this command in other menus, with the addition of the appraise command in the view menu and the sell and ID commands in the items menu. Sell. Use the cursor to highlight any item you want to sell. The shop will make an offer and you can either sell or not. If you decide to sell, the screen asks you one more time to be sure, then the item is gone. The shops in Flan are very busy. No item sold to a merchant remains for long. If you sell an item, it won't be there when you go back. ID. This command is used to get a magical evaluation of a magic item. The shop charges you for the services of identifying the magic on an item. Take. If you have left money through the pool or drop commands, you can use this command to pick it up again. Indicate that you want to take money and who will take it. The computer then displays each type of coin available and how many of each coin there are. You indicate how many of the coins the character takes. One character can take all of the coins if he has the strength to do so, or you can allow each character to take a share. If you try to pick up more than the character can carry, the screen displays a message saying the character is overloaded and will not let any more coins to put on the character. Remember, carrying lots of coinage slows a character down in combat. Pool. This command makes all the party members drop all of their money into one pool of money. All purchases made at the shop come out of this central pool, and anything left over can be picked up again using the take menu. Share. This command picks up all the money in the pool, divides it into shares, and distributes it among the characters. Appraise. This is used in shops to get an appraisal of any games and jewelry the character has. The computer asks what games and jewelry are to be appraised and offers a price on the indicated game or jewelry. Once you have received the price, you may take it and the item is sold. The money is immediately put in your money record. If you do not want to sell immediately, games and jewelry are a lot easier to carry than coins. The games and jewelry become items and go from the money record on the character's screen to the items list and can be sold off that list any other item. Like any other item. The temples. The temples will cast clerical healing spells for a price. When you enter the temple menu is presented except for heal. The commands on the temple menu are the same as those on the shop menu. Heal. This command displays a list of the healing spells the clerics will cast. Indicate the spell you want to cast. Your computer displays the cost and asks you to confirm that you still want them to cast the spell. The cost of a spell may vary depending on the recipient and the circumstances. Adventure menu. Okay. The adventure menu allows access to all of the main functions in the pool of Radiance. This menu shows either the current 3D picture of the area in front of the party and the status of the party, if in a town adventure, or the area around the party if in the wilderness. If any party members are injured, their hit point numbers showing how many they have now are highlighted for easy recognition. There are several commands available to you from this menu. Adventure menu. Move. This is the command to move the party. How the party moves is shown on the quick reference card provided with the game for your computer. In 3D travel, the party can move forward, move backwards, turn right or turn left. Normally each movement forward or back puts the party into another square and takes 1 minute of game time. Turning keeps the party in the same square and takes no game time. If the party has surge on, moving one square takes 10 minutes. Okay, you understand? We come later back to search. In the wilderness, the party can move in any of 8 directions. Moving one square takes a half of a day of game time. Search mode has no effect in the wilderness. View. This displays the character screen as described in Viewing Character. Cast. This command sends you to cast menu so your active character can throw a magic spell. See the section on magic for a description of how to cast spells and the effect. Area. This shows an overhead view of the area around the party. If the party is lost or in unfamiliar territory, this command may not be available. Encamp. Or encamp. I think it's called encamp, yeah. This command sends you to the encamp menu. This is a very important part of the game and is described in detail in its own section. Search. A party can move in search mode, which takes 10 minutes of game time per move. This allows the party to carefully search the area they are passing, but also gives wandering monsters a greater chance to find them. You only need to hit the search command once to start the party moving at search speed. Then hit the command again later to reset them to normal movement. You do not need to hit search for every move. In search you are assumed to be checking for secret doors, mapping, moving as silently as possible, hiding in any available shadows and generally being as careful as possible. If you never go to search mode, you will run into fewer wandering monsters because you are moving faster but have much less chance of finding concealed treasure or traps before they are sprung. Look. This command is used to look at a square more closely as if your party moved into the square again. If the party is moving at normal rate, then the look command treats that particular square as if the party moved into it in search mode. Okay, if you want to move normally, you don't want to use search, then you want to search a special place, then put look on in that moment. Encamp. We're coming closer. This command is used in several menus to take time off and try to rebuild characters and the party it is used to. Handle day-to-day functions such as saving the game, resting to heal and memorize spells described on the magic menu, and changing game items such as game speed or party order. In-camp menu. Save. This command saves the characters in game as they are. Check the quick reference card for any system-specific details of how to save your game. View. This displays the view menu as described under viewing a character in camp. This does not display the spell, item, or ID commands. Magic. Magic is a very important part of Pool of Radiance and is described later under its own heading. Magic spells can only be memorized while the party is in camp. Rest. One of the most important aspects of the in-camp menu is the chance to rest. Characters catch the normal sleep without having to go to camp. However, to memorize spells or heal naturally, specific rest time is necessary. For every 24 uninterrupted hours of resting in camp, every wounded character regains 1 hit point above and beyond any recovery gained from healing magics. The initial resting time is established by anyone who is memorizing spells. The screen will show the days, hours, and minutes necessary for the spell-using members of the party to memorize or pray for the spells they want to memorize. Memorizing any spells at all takes a minimum of 4 hours. Third level spells take a minimum of 6 hours. See the magic menu for further description of memorizing spells. Rest can be interrupted by any random encounter. Only take long rests in safe places such as inns, hideouts, or secure buildings, or take risks. Rest menu. Rest. Once you have determined the full time you want the party to rest, this command starts them resting. Increase. This command adds to the time that the party will stay in camp, usually for resting to regain lost hit points every 24 uninterrupted hours in camp. Restores 1 hit point to every injured member of the group. 24 uninterrupted hours for 1 hit point. That's long time. Decrease. This command decreases the time to be spent in camp. This may mean that characters do not memorize all the spells they want, or that characters may not recover all their hit points. But sometimes time constraints are part of the adventure and the party cannot spend all the time it wants resting. Alter. This command is used to change the basic makeup of both the party and the characters who are part of it. You are given the following menu. Order. This command allows you to reorganize your characters for combat. You can place characters in the first or second rank. The first 4 characters are in the first rank, where they will meet enemies hand to hand. The rest are in the second rank, where they can use spells and missile weapons. The computer asks who takes position number 1, etc. and reforms the group. Which position 1 on top when all the choices are made. Position of NPCs can be changed with this command. Drop. This command allows you to permanently drop a character or NPC from the party. Once dropped, the character is gone from the party and its current version will not be saved if you then use the save command to save the game. Speed. This command controls the speed of messages presented on the screen. If you are having trouble reading messages before they disappear, use the slower command. If messages seem to take forever to get off the screen, use the faster command. Note that once you have used this command, it affects all subsequent messages and you may have to reuse the command if later messages are too fast or too slow. This is the menu. Okay. The alter menu. Okay. Speed menu. Icon. When a character is created, he is given a combat icon. When the party is in combat, each party member's icon designates his position and general facing on the screen. The icon command is used to change the character's icon. You can customize this icon to represent the character's favorite weapons, armor, and colors. You may want to do this when the character picks up a new weapon. Icon menu. Parts. You can alter the weapon, which controls the rest of the body shape, or the head of the icon. You are shown both the ready icon character and the character's action icon, which shows the character attacking. When you are done choosing the weapon and head, you can recheck the new form or accept it. The screen shows you the new and old versions of the Radiant action icons. Color. You use color to alter the color of virtually every part of the icon as shown on the screen. Some of the areas you can alter on the icons do not correspond to the terms given in the menu. For instance, changing the shield color for a character with a bow or crossbow actually changes the color of the arrows or quarters. Play with the icons commands until you get a feel for how these variables work. Size. Large size icons, also color menu, size. Color menu, size. Large size icons are usually used for humans, elves, and half-elves. Small size icons are usually used for dwarves, gnomes, and halflings. Okay. Size menu. Exit. When you are done, use this command. The computer will ask you to confirm and change any changes to your icons. Make a choice, and the computer returns to the alter menu. Pix. This command governs when character encounter pictures will be displayed. Pix menu. Characters on off. This command governs the portraits displayed with the character statistics when you use the view command. Characters on shows the pictures when you view a character. Characters off hides the pictures. Having the characters hidden slightly speeds up the game since the computer does not have to take the time to load or draw the portrait each time. We don't have to consider this anymore. Monsters on off. This command governs the pictures that appear during encounters. Monsters on shows the animated pictures when the monsters get to the closest range in an encounter. Monsters off hides the animated pictures. Encounters. When a party comes across NPCs of any kind, there's an encounter. The computer provides a quick glimpse of the party has encountered, then asks what you want to do. The computer determines whether both parties see each other, the NPCs surprise the party, or the party surprises the NPCs. If the party surprises the NPCs, the party can attack immediately, getting a free round to attack in which the NPCs cannot retaliate. This opportunity must be taken at once or a surprise is lost. If hostile NPCs surprise the party, the NPCs can attack immediately and get a series of attacks in without retaliation by the party. If the NPCs do not surprise the party, the computer offers these commands. Encounter menu. Combat. The party attacks the NPCs. Who goes first is decided on the basis of initiative, which is explained in the combat section. Wait. This command allows the NPCs to decide what to do. They may wait, combat, flee, advance if more than a square away, or parley if in the same square. If you flee, if you see NPCs you think your party cannot fight successfully, use this command to run away. If successful, you may flee wildly, risking getting lost. If unsuccessful, because the NPCs can move faster than you do, you go to combat. Advance. If the NPCs are far away, use this command to approach them. Once the NPCs are adjacent to the party, the advance command will be replaced with the parley command. Parley. Anyone? Pirates of the Caribbean? Use this command to speak with NPCs that are adjacent to the party. Choose a character to speak for the party. Pick the character who think you will make the best impression on the NPCs. Then choose one of 5 possible attitudes for dealing with the NPCs. That's funny now. Haughty. You try to demonstrate your superiority to the inferior creatures you are dealing with. Some encounters only respect an air of superiority and are impressed enough to cooperate. This is also a good way to make them resentful and attack. Sly. You try to get information out of the NPCs without them realizing you are doing so. Some NPCs will realize you are trying to get something out of them and will become hostile. Meek. You're mild and unassuming in hopes that the NPCs will think you are not worth attacking. Of course, some NPCs attack meek opponents because they are easy pickings. Nice. You try to be friendly in hopes the NPCs are friendly to you. Some NPCs do not choose to be friendly to anyone. Abusive. You try to browbeat information out of the NPCs. It is best not to do this unless you have the power to back up your threat. The computer assumes you are as effective as possible in the attitude you call for. Okay. Combat. In many adventures, the party will have to fight to defeat the enemy. In combat, the computer determines which characters, both player characters and NPCs, have initiative. In example, which goes first, and depicts that person and his nearby compatriots. If the character is a PC, then the player will control his actions. If the character is an NPC or a PC under computer control using the quick command, the computer determines his actions. Hitting the target. The ability of an attacker to hit the target with a melee weapon such as sword, spear or fist, or a missile weapon such as a bow or crossbow depends on the chance the attacker has of hitting the armor class of the target. This is represented by a number called by the Thacker. The lower the Thacker, the better the chance to hit. A target's defense is his armor class, or AC. This is influenced by the armor 1, plus the dexterity of the target and any benefit various magic spells may have. Magic has another method of hitting a target, see the magic rules. The lower the armor class number, the better the armor. The number needed for an attacker to hit a target is the attacker's Thacker minus the target's armor class. The attacker hits if a random number from 1 to 20 is greater than or equal to his number. Thus, a person with a Thacker of 18 needs a 14 or more to hit armor class 4. That's right. Armor classes can go into negative numbers. So, this same character trying to hit armor class -1 would need to get a 19 or better. In a combat, the first and second attackers strike at the defender's front. The third attacker strikes at the defender's rear, unless the attackers are adjacent. The fourth and any additional attackers strike at the defender's rear. The defender's armor class is substantially reduced against rear attacks. A thief forms the only exception to the automatic facing rules. If the thief attacks from exactly opposite the first attacker, he can backstab. A backstab has a better chance of hitting the defender and does additional damage when it does hit, using missile weapons. A character may not use a missile weapon if he has an opponent next to him. If he has no opponent next to him, he can fire a missile at anyone in his line of sight. The next and previous commands will only aim at targets in the attacker's line of sight. Beginning combat. Each character can be controlled manually or by the computer. At the beginning of combat, each character is controlled by the same as he was in the previous combat. Any character under manual control may be turned over to the computer using the quick command. All characters may also be simultaneously switched to manual control or computer control. Check your quick reference card for commands used on your system. Executing combat. When a combat begins, the screen shows the area around the character with the highest initiative. The entire party may not be on the screen at the same time, and one can rarely see all of the monsters at one time. The computer indicates the active character and lists his name, current condition, armor class, and current ready weapon. Characters and NPCs move according to each character's dexterity and a random number generated by the computer. This is called an initiative number and changes with every combat round. Usually higher dexterity characters move before lower dexterity characters. You may use the following commands to handle your side of the battle. If a character cannot use a command such as turn for a non-cleric or cast for a fighter or a thief, it does not appear. Move. This is used to move a character and to attack. You attack by moving the character into an enemy square. You can even attack party members, but the computer gives you a chance to abort such an attack. If you disengage an enemy, he gets a free attack at your back, as do others you move by. Attack of opportunity. Some characters may have multiple attacks in one turn. Both get 2 attacks per turn. High-level fighters get 2 attacks every other turn. All of our character's attacks are taken against his first target. If the first target goes down with the first attack, you may aim the remaining attack at another enemy. Fighters may have special form of multiple attacks called a sweep. A sweep may attack several weak targets with a single blow each. Refer to the quick start card to find out how to move the character with your particular computer. The number of spaces a character can move is reduced by the weight carried. A character weighed down with coins or extra armor and weapons cannot move as fast as he could without the items. Bulky armor can also reduce movement. A character who is faster than any enemy can run away from the fight, eventually running from the battlefield. A character who is as fast as the fastest monster only has a 50% chance of getting away. Otherwise, he must remain until the end of the fight. A character who is slower than any enemy cannot run off the edge of the fighting area. A character who has run away is no longer part of the fight. He returns after the fight is over. Few. This is essentially the same command used anytime you wish to see a character. Using this, you can ready appropriate weapons to meet the fight in progress. Some options such as trade are not available in the middle of combat. The use command shows up under items to allow you to use an item such as a wand in combat. Aim. This command is used to aim an attack using the following options. Aim menu. Next, use this command to look at all possible targets, starting with the one closest, then going to the next closest. The computer looks at all possible targets, including other party members. Don't shoot without looking. However, the computer confirms your order first before shooting at a teammate. Previous. This is the opposite of the next command. Using this command to look at the possible targets, starting with the one farthest away and working back toward the character. Usually this is a good way to find a good target without working your way through all of your PCs first. Manual. This command lets you aim anywhere on the map. It is especially useful for finding opposing leaders and targeting spells with area effects. Target. If your character has a ready ranged weapon or an item prepared with the use command, this command shoots at the target you selected. Use. This command allows the character to use any non-weapon item. The command brings up the same screen and menu as the item's command under the view menu. Cast. This is only available to magic users and clerics when they still have spells available. Using this command brings up the cast options of the magic menu. See that description of the magic rules. If hit recently, the character's concentration may be broken and you won't be given the cast option. Turn. Clerics can sometimes destroy undead monsters or turn them away from the party. This has no effect on any other form of monster. See the appendices for a cleric's minimum level to affect various forms of undead. Quick. This command turns over control of the character to the computer. It is a good way to handle fights against hordes of less powerful opponents. Once you have established computer control for a character, the computer controls him in future fights until you interrupt him. The computer uses ready melee or missile weapons and available spells, switching between them to the most appropriate in the situation. The computer plays a very aggressive game. Done. This command is used when a character has finished his turn. Done menu. Guard. The character can adopt this tactic and simply wait to meet any attacker. This means that he attacks the first foe that moves adjacent to him before the foe attacks him. Delay. This command lets you delay this character's action by reducing his initiative number by 1. If he is the only one to be at the next lowest number, it is his action again. He can continue to delay his actions until all others have had their action for that round, and then he must take an action or lose it. Quit. You can signify you are finished with this character by using this command. Bandage. This command only appears if a member of the party is dying. The character from whom the command appears can use this command to bandage the party member and keep him from dying, no matter where he's laying around. Speed. This command is described under the Alter command of Encamp menu. If the party flees. As long as any party member survives the very end of the combat, the bodies of unconscious or dead party members are assumed to be with the party. If the party flees from combat, all unconscious and dead party members are permanently lost. If the party dies. If all the party members are slain, you will have to go back to your last saved game and try again from that point. After combat. When combat is over, the screen will show some congratulatory message, then present a menu of commands. If a command does not apply to this after combat situation, it will not appear. Treasure menu. View. See inspect the character. At this time you can use the drop commands in both the items menu and in the character screen menu. Take. Take command is used to pick up treasure. Take menu. Items. Use this command to produce a list of items carried by the monsters you have overcome. If more than one had a missile weapon, all of their remaining missiles are lumped into one line. If there are more than 199 are on one line and the rest on the another line. Frequently the weapons and armor used by monsters are substandard and not worth picking up as treasures, so they are not listed, but you can sell them. If one character tries to pick up too many items, the computer will say he is overloaded and will not allow the acquisition. Money. The computer displays each type of coin available and how many of each coin there are. You indicate how many of the coins the active character takes. One character can take all of the coins if he has the strength to do so, or you can allow each character to take a share. If you try to pick up more than the character can carry, the screen displays a message saying the character is overloaded and will not let any more coins be put on the character. Remember, carrying lots of coinage slows a character down in combat. Pool. This command makes all the party members drop all of their money into one pool of money. It becomes part of the treasure and the party members can use the take menu to reapportion the funds. Share. This command picks up all the money in the treasure, divides it into shares and distributes it among the characters. Detect. This command casts the detect magic from the current active character, as far as he is able to cast the spell. Exit. This command lets you leave the scene of the battle. If there are still items that can be picked up, the machine will remind you that there is still treasure left. You can go back to the treasure menu or leave the treasure and go to the adventure menu. Magic. Magic is integral to Pool of Radiance. Both magic users and clerics can use magical spells. How magic works. A spell can exist in one of three forms: in memory, in spellbook, and on a scroll. In memory. A magic user or cleric who has a spell in memory is said to have memorized the spell. He can cast the spell as shown in the cast command description. In spellbook. Magic users write their spells into a spellbook. They can only write those spells into the book of which they have the ability to cast. The books are compendiums of spells among which they choose the ones they want to memorize. Clerics do not keep a spellbook, they simply pray each day to get their spells. On a scroll, a spell written on an enchanted scroll can be read by a cleric or magic user, depending on the kind of spells on the scroll. A magic user must cast the spell Read Magic to understand the spells the scroll contains. Once he has done that, he can read the spell aloud at any time to cast it. A cleric does not need a Read Magic spell to read a clerical spell on the scroll, but only a cleric can read the spell. Once any kind of spell has been cast or described from a scroll, the spell disappears. A magic user may scribe the scroll spell into the spell book for future memorization. This erases the spell from the scroll. Spellcasters can get a list of their memorized spells from the cast option of the magic menu or from the spell option of the view menu. They can get a list of their spells and scrolls from the scribe option of the magic menu. If all you want is a list of available spells, be sure to exit before you actually cast or scribe the spell. The magic menu. Cast. Use the commands to cast the spells. In combat, the spellcaster is the current character. In camp, the spellcaster is the current active character. Cast menu. The cast menu appears in both the magic menu and the combat menu. It shows all the spells available to the active character. Find the page with the spell you want to cast, select the cast command, then select the spell to cast it. If necessary, indicate the target of the spell. If you do not find the spell you want, you can exit. In combat, the character can take another option. Otherwise, the character returns to the magic menu. Once cast, the spell is gone until it is memorized again. Memorize. For a character to learn a spell, use this command, which only appears in the encamp menu. The computer displays a page from the active character spell book or a list of possible clerical spells, and you are offered the following commands. Remember that if a magic user or cleric has the ability to learn more than one spell of a level, he can learn the same spell more than once. Memorize menu. Find the page with the spell you want to memorize. Select the memorize command, then select the spell to memorize. The pages here are pages of the magic spell books rather than just the list of already memorized spells. Picking a spell to memorize does not mean that the spell is memorized. Learning a spell takes 15 minutes game time per level of spell, plus a period of relaxation before starting to memorize one or more spells. See the rest command in the magic menu. Only one spell may be learned at a time. Though the spellcaster need only relax once before learning several spells, the learning time must be uninterrupted. You have to go to the rest command and spend the time to memorize the spell. If you have only been in camp long enough to memorize some spells, those are learned and the others lost. The spells are memorized in the order you pick them. Example. A magic user decides to memorize 2 uses of Magic Missile, a first level spell, and 1 use of Invisibility, a second level spell. This is total of 1 hour of time for memorization plus 4 hours relaxation time. If the party is attacked before the first 4 hours are up, no spells are learned. If the party is attacked after 4 hours and 15 minutes in camp, the magic user learned 1 magic missile spell. After 4 hours and 30 minutes, he has learned both magic missile spells, and after 5 hours, he has learned the invisibility spell as well. Once you have picked all the spells for one character, you exit the menu. The computer displays the spells you have chosen and asks you to confirm the choices. If you confirm the choice, you go back to the magic menu and can select spells for the next character who needs them to memorize them. If you cancel the choice, all the choices are ignored and you must reselect all the character's spells. Scribe. Use this command to inscribe spells the character finds on a scroll into his spellbook. Scribe menu. The computer displays all the spells on scrolls that the magic user has cast Read Magic on. Find the page with the spell you wish to scribe. Select the scribe command, then select the spell to scribe it from the scroll onto your spellbook. If spell is too high a level for the character to scribe, the computer tells you so. Scribing the spell erases it from the scroll. Scribing takes the time as memorizing a spell, and it is unsuccessful if the total time is not taken. Display. Use this command to find out what magic spells are currently working on the party in camp. This serves as a reminder of obvious spells working on the entire party, such as Blast or Light, and on individual members of the party, such as Protection from Evil or Invisibility. This also reveals subtle curses, though not the nature of the curse on the party or individuals in the party. Rest. To memorize spells, one must rest. This takes you to the rest menu. Describe to the encamp menu description. The spells are not memorized until the character has rested the necessary time. The exit command in this use of the rest menu returns to the magic menu, not to the encamp menu. Spells available. A beginning magic user is given 4 first level spells when he leaves his master to adventure on his own. These are shown in the spellbook for the magic user. Each time the magic user gains a level of experience, he gains one spell, even though the rise in level may give him the ability to learn more than one new spell at a time. To gain further spells, he must find scrolls and treasures and copy spells he is capable of casting into his magic spellbook, using the scribe command in the magic menu. Clerical magic. Clerical magic is very similar to magic user magic, but a cleric needs no spellbooks. All spells possible to his level are always available to a cleric. He need only memorize them. Just what spells are available depends solely on the level of the cleric. Therefore, when a cleric finds scrolls with clerical spells on them, he can simply use them straight off the scroll, since they are not something he needs to scribe into a spellbook. Saving throws. Magic is a chancy business. Many spells do not necessarily affect their targets. This is simulated with saving throws. In Pool of Radiance, the saving throw is the chance that the spell has no effect or a lesser effect on the character it is cast on. As a character gains levels, his saving throws improve and the chance that magic affects him is decreased. The final results of any spells are shown on the computer screen. Magic users have better saving throws against cast magic or magic from items. Clerics have better saving throws against death and poison, and dwarves and halflings have better saving throws versus any form of magic. Now we come to the spells. Some spells are quick and can be cast in combat, and some take an extra long time to cast. Those that take extra time can only be cast when using the magic menu from the encamp menu. Time and magic. The duration of magic spells is important. The spell's duration is either instantaneous, as with most damage spells measured in rounds, as with most other combat spells measured in turns, as with many detections and protective spells, or permanent. When planning use of spells to use in movement, such as find traps, remember that 1 round equals 1 minute of game time and 1 turn equals 10 minutes of game time. The spell list. These spells available for characters in the Pool of Radiance are: first level clerical spells. Bless. This spell can only be used in camp or combat, and it only affects those characters not in melee. It gives a bonus of 1 to their attacker for 6 rounds and raises their morale of friendly NPCs by 1. Use it in camp only if you know you're going into combat immediately afterward. Yeah, it's a good spell. Curse. This reverse of Bless affects enemies not in melee and modifies their attacker and their morale by 1. Usable only in combat and lasts 6 rounds. Cure Light Wounds. This can be used anytime the caster must be next to the target. It heals 1 to 8 hit points of damage. Cause Light Wounds. This combat only spell causes 1 to 8 points of damage to one adjacent target touched by the caster. Detect Magic. This is similar to Detect Evil but only lasts 1 turn. It detects the presence of magic in 1 square by 3 square area, but gives no details on the type of magic. Protection from Evil. This spell can be used in combat or in camp. When you expect to go into combat shortly, it adds 2 to the armor class of the character against evil attackers. Any saving throw caused by attackers of such monsters are at +2. This spell lasts 3 rounds per level. The caster must touch the target, which can be himself. Protection from Good. This is essentially the same as Protection from Evil, but it protects against the attacks of good creatures. Resist Cold. This spell protects the recipient against cold, providing absolute protection against cold up to 0 degree Fahrenheit and an additional saving throw against cold-based attacks. The duration is 1 turn per level of the caster, and the caster must touch the target. Second level clerical spells. Find Traps. This must be cast in camp. It makes any traps in the direction the character is facing visible to the character. The spell lasts for 3 turns. Hold Person. This combat-only spell holds immobile from 1 to 3 cleric's choice creatures of roughly human shape and size. The duration is 4 rounds plus 1 round per level. Resist Fire. This is identical to Resist Cold, but it works against heat and heat attacks. Silence 15 feet radius. This is a combat spell. It silences any spell casting or discussion in the radius. If cast on a person, this radius follows him around for the duration of the spell unless he makes a saving throw. If cast on an area, the spell affects everything in that area for the duration of 2 rounds per level of the caster. Slow Poison. This spell can be used in camp or combat. It revives a poisoned person for 1 hour per level of the caster. The target of the spell then dies unless a neutralized poison, a high level spell only used by NPCs, to cast on him. Snake Charm. This spell can be cast in combat only. It influences as many hit points of snakes as the cleric has hit points. The snakes cease all activity for 5 to 8 rounds. Spiritual Hammer. This is a combat spell which creates a temporary magic item automatically readied. It can strike at range and does normal hammer damage. It strikes monsters that only magical weapons can affect. This lasts for 1 round per level of caster. 3rd level clerical spells. Animate Dead. This spell can be used in camp or in combat or camp. It turns a dead human person into a zombie to help the spellcaster. In combat, the zombie fights for the spellcaster, though controlled by the computer. This spell is permanent until the zombie is destroyed. If created to work with the party, a zombie becomes an NPC and there must be a room for him in the party. Remember, the limit is 8 characters or he cannot be taken along. Cure Blindness. This touch-only spell is used in combat or camp to cure the blindness effects of the Cause Blindness spell. Cause Blindness, this touch-only spell, can only be used in combat. The victim gets a saving throw. The duration is permanent until negated by Cure Blindness or Dispel Magic. Cure Disease. This spell can be used in camp only. It cures the disease caused by mummies and the Cause Disease spell. Cause Disease. This is a combat spell with a touch range. There's a saving throw. If a character is afflicted with a disease, over time he loses hit points and strength points until he's down to 10% of his normal value. This disease is cured by a Cure Disease or Dispel Magic spell. Dispel Magic. This spell can be used either in combat or camp. In combat, it affects every magic spell and item in an area. In camp, it affects every person and item you select. There is a percentage chance of success with this spell depending on the level of the caster and level of the originator of the spell to be dispelled. If successful, the target magic is permanently eradicated. Prayer. This is a combat spell that lowers all Thakos and saving throws for friendly combatants by 1 and raises them by 1 for all unfriendly combatants. It has a 60 feet radius and lasts 1 round for each level of the character. Remove Curse. This can be used in camp or combat and allows the target to be rid of a curse as from a curse or bestow curse spell, or put down a cursed object. The range is touch. Bestow Curse. This spell has a duration of 1 turn per level and is used in combat. It has variable effects determined by the computer. 1st level magic user spells. Burning Hands. This touch range combat spell causes fire damage of 1 point per level of the caster. There is no saving throw. Charm Person. This spell makes a humanoid creature the caster's friend and ally. Any action of the caster will be seen in the most favorable light possible. The target gets a saving throw when the spell is thrown and again days or weeks later, depending on its intelligence. You can never be sure the effect is permanent. For the moment, the charmed creature can become an NPC if there is room in the party roster, under the command of the caster. Detect Magic. This spell is the same as the clerical spell. Its duration is 2 rounds per level of caster. Enlarge. This spell can be used in camp or combat and lasts for 1 turn per level of the caster. The living target increases its size by 20% per level of the caster. It makes the humanoid target into an ogre or giant in size and strength for combat purposes. A target can only be under the effect of 1 enlarged spell at a time. Unwilling targets get a saving throw against this effect. Reduce. This is the opposite of enlarge and can be used to negate enlarge. Unwilling targets get a saving throw against its effect. If the saving throw is unsuccessful, the target is reduced in size and loses effective strength and movement. Friends. This combat only spell affects everyone in a sphere that increases with the level of the magic user. Everyone within that sphere failing a saving throw thinks the caster has 2 to 8 more hit points of charisma. Those who make the saving throw think he has 1 to 4 less points of the charisma. The effect lasts 1 round per level of caster. Magic Missile, Zosh. This is a combat spell that does 2 to 5 points of damage to the target, no saving throw. For every 2 levels, the magic user gets 1 missile. So magic users of the 3rd and 4th levels get 2 missiles, and those of the 5th and 6th levels get 3 missiles. All must be fired at once. Protection from evil. Like the clerical spell of the same name, but it lasts for 2 rounds per level of caster. Protection from good. Like the clerical spell of the same name, but it lasts for 2 rounds per level of caster. Read magic. This is only used in camp and allows the user to read any magical, not clerical writing. It lasts for 2 rounds per level of the caster. Once you use this spell to read a scroll, you can cast spells off the scroll. Shield. This spell is a combat spell that improves the target's armor class and saving throw and negates the effect of the magic missile. The spell lasts for 5 rounds per level of the caster. Shocking Grasp. This combat spell does 1 to 8 plus 1 point per level of caster electrical damage to a target the caster touches. Sleep. Dangerous spell. This spell puts up to 16 targets to sleep for 5 rounds per level of caster. The least powerful targets are affected first. And the bigger the monster, the fewer of them are affected. Monsters above a certain power are not affected at all. No saving throw. Second level magic user spells. Detect invisibility. This can be used in camp or combat and lasts for 5 rounds per level of caster. This has a range of 20 feet per level of the caster. Invisibility. This makes the target touch range invisible to normal infravision until he ends the effects or attacks someone. Knock. This spell is used to open locked doors and chests. It can be used in camp or while moving. Mirror image. This combat spell creates 1 to 4 illusory duplicates of the magic user. If a duplicate is attacked, it disappears. The spell lasts 2 rounds per level of the caster. Ray of Enfeeblement. This combat spell has a saving throw. If the target does not make the saving throw, he is weakened. He does less damage for 1 round per level of caster. Stinking Cloud. This affects a 2 square by 2 square area. Anyone in the cloud gets a saving throw. If unsuccessful, he is helpless for 2 to 5 turns. He can move out of the cloud, but he is still helpless. If he makes the saving throw, he is helpless only as long as he is in the cloud and for 1 round afterwards. The cloud lasts 1 round per level of caster. Strength. This spell is only used in camp. It raises the strength of the target by a variable amount depending on the class of the target. The duration is 6 turns per level of the caster. Third level magic user spells. Blink. After casting this spell, the caster can seldom be targeted because he is blinking in and out of the area. The spell lasts for 1 round per level of the caster. Dispel magic. This is just like the clerical spell of the same name. Fireball. This area effect spell does 1 to 6 points of fire damage per level of the caster to each target in the area. A successful saving throw cuts the damage in half. Outdoors, a fireball has a 2 square radius. Indoors, in constrained areas, it has a 3 square radius. Haste. This combat spell affects 1 person per level of the caster. Everyone affected moves twice as far and attacks twice with melee and missile weapons, but they do not throw in any additional spells per round. It lasts for 3 rounds plus 1 round per level of the caster. Hold. This is like the clerical spell, but 1 to 4 people can be affected. The duration is 2 rounds per level of the caster. Invisibility, 10 feet radius. This is like invisibility, but affects everyone within 10 feet of the caster when it is cast. Everyone affected stays invisible and comes out of it normally, but if the caster ends his invisibility, it ends for everyone. Lightning Bolt. This affects everyone in its path. It does 1 to 6 damage points per level of caster. A successful saving throw cuts his damage in half. A lightning bolt is 4 or 8 squares long in a line away from the caster. The bolt will rebound off walls to reach its full length. Protection from evil, 10 feet radius. This is just like protection from evil, but it affects everyone within 1 square of the target as long as they stay here. Protection from good, 10 feet radius. This is just like protection from good, but it affects everyone within 1 square of the target as long as they stay there. Protection from normal missiles. This keeps the target touch range from being harmed by non-magical missiles for 1 turn per level of the caster. And then last but not least, slow. This combat spell affects 1 person per level of caster. Unwilling targets get a saving throw. Targets move at 1/2 their normal distance each round and their number of attacks per round is halved. If they only have 1 attack, then they have 1 attack per every other round. This can be used to negate haste. Its duration is 3 rounds plus 1 round per level of the caster. Character race limits, here we have it. Ability scores. So for fighters, this is important. Here. If you make a female fighter. Yeah. And here we have maximum levels. Yeah, so we can make an elf, fighter, magic user, thief. Seems interesting, yeah. Let's see. Okay, this was it. The clue book I don't really need because I have my own clue book. But we can keep it here. And here's the Adventurous Journal. This will be with us when we are in this game. Pool of Radiance Adventurous Journal. Free New Flan. The New Flan City Council is leading the fight to free their captive city. Heroes are retaking the city block by block from the evil hordes. Riches and fame. The council is looking for soldiers and rogues, mages and clerics, heroes of all kinds, to come to New Flan. The wealth and land of an ancient city await those willing to reach out and take it. Glory. Legends will be written about the heroic struggle to free New Flan. Ships to New Flan depart twice monthly. When you arrive, you see the New Flan City Council for the latest news and information. Make your fortune in New Flan. Here you have the blocks and areas. Now this is the civilized place where you start. Civilized area of New Flan. The Barren River, Bay of Flan. Yeah, these are the passenger docks. The Temple of Tyr, shops and taverns. City Hall, Training Hall, Temple of the Sion, Temple of Tempus. Yeah, these are gods. And to the slums. What is the Adventurous Journal all about? More to read. The Adventurous Journal is your guide to Pool of Radiance. It includes flyers, maps, and information that your adventurers would know before beginning the quest. It also includes information that your adventurers will discover during the quest. The journal is divided into several sections. The cover shows a recruiting announcement that tempted your adventurers to come to New Flan and a map of the civilized area of the city. The next sections are a history of Flan, page 2, and a bestiary of the monsters in and around Flan, page 10. This is information your adventurers should already know, so read it carefully. The answer to Flan's current plight may lie in its history. The next three sections of the journal are information that the adventurers will come across during the adventure. Pool of Radiance assumes that your character, being careful and thorough adventurers, keep a written journal of important items that they find during their quest. Such items include announcements from the City Council, proclamations, page 13, information collected during an adventure, journal entries, page 16, and tales overheard in taverns, tavern tales, page 33. During the game, you will be referred to the entries in the Adventurous Journal for additional information. For example, if you go to the Hall of the City Council, the program will refer to the Council's currently listed proclamations by number. Look up the specific numbered proclamations and read them. Ignore the other proclamations until they are posted. The game will also reference journal entries and tavern tales by number. When such a reference appears, look up the specific numbered entry and read it. These items are information the adventurer would copy into his journal. As items are referenced, check them off in the margin so you later know which items have come up during the game. Not every proclamation, journal entry or tavern tale in this journal is actually true. Many entries are only rumors, dreams or plain lies. Resist the temptation to read ahead in the journal. The true items may reveal information your adventurers couldn't know yet, and the false items will contain information that can lead them astray. When you finish the game, you can read through the whole journal and spot the false entries. The final sections in the journal include reference material for playing the game. These appendices, page 35, are a quick reference for specific game information you may need during the play. Together, all of the sections could give you everything you need to complete the quest in Pool of Radiance. Wait, there's no page 35. Oh. Yeah, this is this thing, weapons list and all this, okay. A History of Flan and the Moonsea Reaches. A Discourse on this Area and its Problems by Jeff Grubb. He's, by the way, the one who was writing the module Ruins of Adventure. That is this on pen and paper. To most inhabitants of the lands of the Inner Sea, the Moon Sea and its cities represent the border between civilization and barbarism. The Moon Sea sits like a great pluck straddling the territory between the mountains of Vasa and the nomad steppes, protecting the southern territories from the incursions of savage northerners. To the south of the Moon Sea lie the civilized lands of Cormyr and Sambia. To the north lay hundreds of square miles of cold and unforgiving waste. Even when the southern kingdoms are themselves besieged by orcish hordes, dragons and fell monsters, they take comfort in the fact that it's worth around the Moon Sea. The Moon Sea reaches are defined by sages as being those lands bordering on the Moon Sea and its major contributing rivers. These major rivers are the Tesh flowing past the shadowed battlements of Sentil Keep, the Wyrmflow, a cold stream flowing from the east, the Duathampa, also called the Evenflow, beginning deep in the heart of the Elven Court and flowing north, and the Barren River, which flows out of the Dragonspine Mountains and into Flan. The River Liss carries the waters from the Moon Sea south to the Inner Sea. The Moon Sea itself is an odd combination of abyssal deep spots, ship-ripping shoals, and rich freshwater reefs. Despite this, travel across the Moon Sea is generally safer than making the journey on land, so that most of the major merchant activity is by water. This is not to say that the Moon Sea is without dangers. While monsters are more infrequently along the Moon Sea, those that exist are generally more powerful than their landed cousins. Regions of the Moon Sea are recorded as being haunted, and there have been numerous sightings of ghost ships. The ancient city of Flan. Flan was the first great city of the Moon Sea, reaching its peak some 1,000 years ago. In those days, the Moon Sea was better known as the Dragon Sea, named for the large numbers of great worms that inhabited the area and the regions to the north. The Barren River was then called the Stoyanov, a dwarfish word meaning trade route. For it was down this passage the ore-laden barges floated, bound for the south. Early Flan was a trading outpost on the north shore of the Moon Sea, set up to facilitate trade between the elves of Myth-Drannor, the most powerful elven capital of the time, and the tribes of Thar, Vasa and the Ride, as well as the Dragonspine dwarfs. Trade between the powerful elves, the wild humans, and merchant dwarfs was a great success for all sides. Soon Flan was the most powerful city on the Moon Sea, outshining its only rival, the elven docks of Hillsfar on the south coast. At this time, the elves planned the quivering forest north of the city. This copse was mildly enchanted, hastening the growing season to produce a great woods in the span of a human generation. Though the woods have been felled on a number of occasions, it has always returned to its original form, becoming a light woods within 2 years and a deep shadow-filled forest by the end of a man's life. The elves, the legend says, first discovered the Pool of Radiance. Its description has varied through the passage of the years. Many wise sages have declared it a myth and a con man's gambit. Location of the pool changes from tale to tale. Sometimes it is deep in the heart of an eternal wood, sometimes on an island circled by great worms, and sometimes in the heart of a huge solitary peak that arises above all others in the Dragonspine Mountains. It is said that the pool glows with its own energy. Those that approach it feel new power within their bones, while an unreal melody holds them in a rapture. Legends say that the pool's power created the quivering forest and caused the sorcerer's isle to appear. The pool is said to bring great power to the worthy and death most horrible to the unworthy. Some tales say that the individual should drink it, bathe in it, or throw coins into it and wish. There are numerous folk tales of the wise fool stumbling up in the pool and gaining wondrous power or meeting a gory end. The abilities of the pool change according to the needs of the tale spinner. In any event, a trader or adventurer who encounters a sudden windfall or great riches is said to have visited the pool. Whether the pool is real or some literary invention, the first city of Flan, also called Archaic Flan, survived in peace for many generations of men. In the end, outside influences brought about its downfall. Settlers began to intrude from the lands of Cormyr and Sambia into the south of the Elven Court. At the same time, the beastmen of Thar, which are today called ogres, began gathering into large hordes, ravaging the countryside. Flann built mighty walls and withstood a decade of constant invasion in the end. Its fate was sealed by the elves withdrawing within the court, combined with the dwarves pulling back into western reaches of the Dragonspine Mountains. Within its trading lifeline cut, Flann fell into disrepair. When the Black Horde finally demolished the city walls in the year of Tusk 112 Dale Reckoning, they found little but an empty husk. The greatness that was ancient Flann had passed. Greathammer and the first rebirth of Flann. Flann remained relatively uninhabited for the next 500 years. The city's position at the mouth of the Stoyanov did make it a useful meeting place for traders. Twice during this period, a pirate community grew on the ruins of Flann. The first time, they were burned out by a navy sailing from Mulmaster. The second time, a group known as the Red Horde, led by a red dragon of incredible age, leveled the community. Following this attack, buccaneers never regained their power in the Moonsea, though small bands still persist. With time, the civilizations of men moved further north. The greater beasts retreated and many cities were founded on the shores of the Moonsea. Yet the beasts did not retreat far. Dragons nested in the Dragonspine Mountains. Ogres raided from the great grey land of Tar, and horrible undead things lingered in the swamps and in the passes through to Vaza. Hillsfar retained its elven ties and flourished even as Flann's power was deteriorating, growing from a small town into a large, prosperous city. The foundations of Sentinel Keep and Mulmaster were laid while Flann lay in ruins. Small towns such as Merwound, Thancia, and Elmwood were started during this period. The inland city of Yulash, situated atop a great mountain that dominates the southwestern corner of the lake, rose to the zenith of its power during this time. In 712 Dale Reckoning, the year of the Moonsteers, Milsor the Valjevo, founder of the Valjevo dynasty, journeyed to Flann to re-establish the city as a trading outpost. He was aided in his task by the wizard Rimon and the priestess Alonius of Tyr. Milsor, Rimon, and Alonius gathered together interesting adventurers and cleansed the city of the evil orcs and goblins that had made it their lair. They cleared the banks of the Stoyanov and drove the archlich Sanakar from the Sorcerer's Island in the center of Lake Kuto. In return for his efforts, Rimon was given the Sorcerer's Island as his home. Alonius in turn was given a wide area in the recovered regions of Flann as a temple of Tyr, the god of justice. By 750 Dale Reckoning, the temple complex had been finished. In its day, it was said to be the largest temple of good in the entire north. The city as well had recovered and large numbers of immigrants arrived. Some were natives of other Moonsea cities seeking to make or expand their fortunes in the new lands. But others arrived as well, including men of the Daylands and Zambians, as well as farmers and lumbermen, intent on making the region their home. The newcomers built on the ruins of the old city, often not checking what had lay beneath their foundations. Some curious souls reported great twisting passages leading far beneath the earth. Exploring such areas was first discouraged. It was later outlawed after a part of adventurers freed an extremely large beholder. The newcomers, led by Valjevo and his heirs, closed off the passages, choosing to ignore the past and seeking only the future for their city. The Dalesmen spread up the Stoyanov River. They diverted the river's flow and turned the rocky terroir into a rich landscape of fields and orchards. The reach of the farmlands extended from Lake Kutu to the city of Flann at the mouth of the river. Some say the land was so rich because of the proximity of the enchanted quivering forest. Others ascribe the bounty to the wizardries of Rimon. Still others credit the series of dikes and levees that the farmers, aided by magical spells, used to harness the river itself. Whatever the cause, the healthy harvests of the Stoyanov River Valley provided Flann with a solid trading base. For the next 200 years, Flann was the center of trade around the Moonsea. Its grains, fruits, and tubers filled vaults from Mulmaster to Sentinel Keep. It appeared the civilization after a false start had finally made a major foothold in the lands north of the Moonsea. Such was not to be the case, for the forces of good and evil ebb and flow like the shores of the Moonsea itself. In the 195th year of Flan, 907 Del reckoning, the Golden Age ended in rust, a plant rust, which affected most of the farmlands around Flan, destroyed harvests for the next 3 years. Suddenly, the Moonsea reaches were in the grips of a powerful famine, relieved at great cost with shipments from the south. There was great suffering in other cities once so enamored of Flan's gentle power were resentful that it had failed. The native Flana were resentful as well. Their once good rulers had fallen into a sloth and ease in the centuries since the re-establishment of the city. The Valjevo blood was said to run thin in the princes and princesses of the Flan. They reacted to the plague infesting the grain by first ignoring it, then setting up committees and finally legislating it out of existence. Only when the magnitude of the problem became clear did they act. Even then they failed, their people overacting to the point of placing a ban on all shipments out of the city, seeking to keep what supplies were left for the native population. The other cities, already angry with Flan for its rising prices in the face of the plague, rebelled against this new measure. Fleets from Moolmaster and Hillsfar began to raid cargoes destined for the city. Smugglers operated out of the Twilight March and Stormy Bay, despite official attempts to enforce the ban on shipments. A large land force equipped with siege machinery set out from Sentinel Keep toward Flan. The force encamped at Stormy Bay while the ruling heads of Flan negotiated to spare the city. In the end, the Keeper force was turned back through a massive payment to their leaders. These leaders were the first appearance in Flan record of the Centurium, which would increase in power over the next 300 years. During this activity, Rimon, now old in the ways that only wizards can be old, disappeared from his rocky abode. What became of Rimon is unknown, for the rulers of Flan had not sought his counsel for a generation. Some say he became a lich himself, using the methods discovered by Sanakar. Others say that he had sacrificed himself to save the lands of Flan. Still others state that he had found the Pool of Radiance and became a great and powerful being in some other part of the realms. Most likely Rimon merely fell prey to the effects of old age, as all mortals do. Whatever the cause, Rimon was never seen again in the realms, and his citadel became a haunted, abandoned ruins within a decade. The famine of the red plants passed after 3 seasons, and an abandoned harvest returned to Flan. But the harvests were never to be as great as before, nor the fruits from the orchards are as sweet. Whatever magic, true or imagined, that had re-established Flan past the city began to become grey and ordinary, losing power to the keepers and the men of Moolmaster. The Golden Age was over. The Valjevo princes, their blood thin indeed, continued for another century. The century was filled with petty wars between the various city-states. No longer the leading city of the Moonsea, Flan battled with its rival more often. Piracy or rather privateering was on the rise, a situation that continues to this day among the city-states. Flan was racked by interior torments as well. The people of the city were well aware of their loss of power and prestige. Farms north of Flan were now being abandoned. Dark shadows lurked between the massive trunks of the trees in the quivering forest. An attempt to clear a path through the growth in 1023 Del reckoning resulted in the death of the last surviving great prince of Valjevo family. The death of the great prince resulted in a 3-year civil war within the city, as various factions supported different candidates to take the mantle of the great prince. All candidates' claims up in the royal blood were questionable, and every faction sought to control Flan's future through placing their choice on the throne. During this time, the great temple of Tyr was looted and burnt, leaving only a great blackened shell. Many of the leading merchant families fled to the other climes. In the end, the last survivor was a young noble supported by a group of powerful merchants. They created the first council of Flan to act as regents for the youth. The council spoiled the child, who grew into a spoiled man who was unable and unwilling to take the reins of power. He died without issue 40 years later, and the council has ruled ever since. The fall of Flan. The last 300 years of Flan have been a continual retreat from greatness that once was. Smaller rural towns were abandoned in the face of increasing evil to the north. Sorcerer's Isle was said to be inhabited again by fell powers. The city fell back up, and that which it did so well so long ago, trading. It began to serve again as the middleman between the new powerful northern tribes and the established nations of the south. For a short time, about 100 years ago, the awful tide of retreat seemed to be halted, and the city was on its way to becoming a prosperous trading town once more. Yet dark things continued to lurk on the borders of Flan. Sorcerer's Island was said to be inhabited by Yarash, an evil mage, who was said to be seeking Rimon's power, the Archlich's magic, the Pool of Radiance, or all three. The greatly diminished dwarven nations of Dragonspine reported great hordes of orcs and ogres attacking their citadels, and the barge trade came to a complete halt. Small towns and hamlets were raided and burned with increasing regularity and sending refugees to Flan seeking passage to safer lands. Then disaster struck. Raiders from the north, aided by dragons and other dangerous creatures, poured down out of the Northlands. The quivering forest was burned in a massive fire that dominated the sky for a month. Monstrous hordes containing every imaginable creature marched with horrifying precision toward the city. The council debated, argued, and debated again while the hordes drew nearer, much as the last Valjevo princes did in their long-ago folly. Finally, they chose to fight, but were overwhelmed by the forces of orc and dragon. Flan burned and fell to the forces of evil, who looted and pillaged that which remained. The last remnants of the council stood their ground, trying to evacuate as many citizens as possible. Of the council members, the last priest of Tyr, Ferran Martinez, held the last garrison, Sokol Keep, which stood at the mouth of the barren river. It is said that Ferran placed a terrible curse upon the keep to prevent anyone from taking it. In the end, even the waters of the Stoyanov River turned poisonous and murky, and the river took its present name, the Barren. The rich farmlands of the Stoyanov River valley were laid waste and became known as the Skurd lands. The re-emergence of Flan. That should have been the end of Flan's story, but it is not so. Men remember the tales of Valjevo, who brought the first city of Flan back from its ruins. Adventurers, smugglers, and small traders visited the region and brought back tales of Flan under control of its evil master. Many of the buildings were burned, but many others were spared. The shell of the Temple of Tyr had been rebuilt, dedicated to some darker, more evil god. Santorim spies and agents of the Dark Vasa nobles met and planned in Flan, and the riches of the ages still survived for those who sought to look. In time, more modest men returned to Flan to rebuild her. A stockade community rose from among the rubble of the past glories. These men intended to engage in the same profession as those before them, for Flan still occupied a prime position for trading on the Moonsea. However, until the city was cleared, the barren river made clean, and the competing city-states pacified, Flan was likely to stay impoverished ruins. 2 years ago, in the year of the worm, two things happened that would mean a change of Flan's future. First was the flight of the dragons that surged through the northern regions of the lands of the Inner Sea. Due to the cause unknown, great worms came down from the far north, destroying all in their path. These are not the rare opportunistic dragons seeking alliance with humanoid tribes, but rather huge waves of angry scaled monsters bringing destruction where they travel. Many of the Moonsean Dale towns suffered great destruction in the battles that followed. Yulash was utterly ruined by the attack, and Hillsfar was greatly damaged. The most telling blow was delivered by the body of a great dragon that fell into the Hillsfar harbor, blocking the entrance for a month. Much of Flan was also smashed into a smoking ruin by the beasts. Strangely, it worked in the favor of those men who lived there. Most of the damage was taken in the already ruined section of the city, where various evil warlords vied for control and riches. The attack of the dragons broke their power, creating a vacuum in the control of the city and giving the men of Flan a chance to re-establish themselves and their homes. Yet this would not occur without leaders, and the reappearance of the Council of Flan was the second great thing to occur in the city. Descendants of the last council still survived all the turmoil that had occurred, and many families wished to return to the land. These leaders were no great mages or wondrous fighters, but traders, merchants, and clerics. Their leaders, who remain to this day, were the shrewd and powerful trader Ulrich Eberhard, the retired mercenary captain Werner van Urslingen, and the Bishop of Braccio of Tyr. They have been joined by their junior member Porphyros of the ancient house Cadorna. Together, the council has proposed exactly that which Valjevo accomplished so long ago, clearing the city by means of recruited adventurers. The promise of great treasure and the myth of the Pool of Radiance provided adventurers with an irresistible draw. The council published notes and paid traveling bards to make sure that the story of Flan's waiting riches was distributed all around the Moonsea and beyond. Flan today. The city of Flan, built on ruins, is a city at war. It is divided between the human forces of the council and those evil forces that hold a great deal of the city under their sway. The human territories of Flan are nestled behind a strong stockade of stone quarried from the ruins and trees lumbered from the quivering forest. A substantial city guard patrols the openings in the walls at all hours, always ready to repel any attacks by the old city's evil inhabitants. The buildings of rebuilt Flan are sturdy and utilitarian, with little of the splendor of the ancient past. The glories of the past shine through in an ancient column now used to support a stable's wooden roof or a faded fresco overlooking an adventurous taproom. The past is always with the inhabitants of the Flan, reminding them of what once was and could yet be again. The natives of Flan are a mixed group including descendants of the families of Valjevo's day and returnees who seek to reclaim lands and treasure lost to the Dragon Horde 50 years ago. The city is also filled with adventurers seeking new fortunes and traders hoping to re-establish the old trading lines. Orcs and other generally evil humanoids are viewed with alarm within the city. Though evil humans come and go unmolested within the ships, it is said that spies from the other cities of the Moonsea make regular calls with the ships, overseeing the progress of the council in re-establishing the city. If the council is too successful, some say, then sabotage may be in order to prevent Flan from returning to its former power. The lands beyond the civilized stockade are wild ruins controlled by whatever local faction or tribe holds that piece of land. Control lasts only as long as the reach of claw or sword. Petty bands of orcs, goblins, and men vie for power, some led by more sinister monsters. Much of Flan's ruined greatness can be found in the old city. The main sites include the forgotten riches of the wealthy old nobles' houses, Podol Plaza, the center of the old trading district, and the old temple, now dedicated to the dark god Bane. Valjevo Castle, yeah, this was happening before the God Wars. Valjevo Castle has been refortified and is being used as a headquarters for one faction leader or another. Flan remains now, as it has ever been, a city with the greatest of potential in the cycles of its rise and fall. Legends have arisen before. In engineering, New Flan's renaissance, new legends are sure to emerge. Yeah, we are nearly that far to play the game. Flan Bestiary area. No, Flan area Bestiary. This is a list of some of the monsters found in and around Flan and the north shore of the Moonsea. Most monsters can strike fear into the hearts of men, but some are more powerful than others. The monster's reputation is reflected in its monster level, listed as a Roman numeral after its name. Level 1 monsters are less powerful than a well-equipped beginning fighter. A level 8 monster may be more powerful than several heroes. Ankek, level 6. Large burrowing insects with great mandibles. These creatures have been known to spit a powerful acid. Na, come out here. Monster Manning. Ankek. Hope you see it. Yeah. Yeah, it has 3 to 8 hit dice. That is a lot, okay? Basilisk, level 7. A giant 8-legged lizard, one of the most dangerous creatures in the realms. Because their gaze can turn creatures to stone. Was not level 8, level 7, sorry. The basilisk is here too. Yeah, here we have it. Okay. And it has 6 plus 1 hit dice. Bugbear. Level 4. A hideous giant-sized goblins who stand over 7 feet in height. Bugbears look clumsy but are strong, quick fighters with great stealth. This is a humanoid creature. Bugbears we have here too. Here we have it. The bugbear. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Centaur, level 4. These good creatures are half men and half horse. They are capable fighters and can be valuable allies. Do we have the centaurs here in the monster book? Of course we have it. So they are not lying to us. This is like the first edition. Displacer Beast, level 6. These creatures are large, black, puma-like creatures with 2 tentacles sprouting from their backs. These creatures can appear several feet from their actual location. Yeah, they were even in the movie in the last one. Displacer Beast, not demons we don't need. Not now, not devils we don't need too. We need the Displacer Beast. Where is it? Dinosaurs we don't need too. Displacer Beast, it's here. Yeah. Drider. These creatures resemble a cross between a drow elf and a giant spider. That's why it's called Drider. They are powerful spellcasters. Level 6 Drider. We have it here somewhere. Dragons? Dragons they don't have here? Okay. I think they come in Curse of the Esubons. Drider? Where is the Drider? Bring it up. No. It's not here. I think this was in an additional book. Or it's coming. Okay, it's not here. But this creature exists, I'm sure. Then we have Efriti, level 7. These large, powerful Jinn are from the elemental plane of fire. They are very arrogant and will only serve a powerful master. Yeah, we have it here. Etin, level 7. These creatures look like giant two-headed orcs. They have great strength and usually wield 2 spiked clubs that inflict terrible damage in combat. Etin. Where's my Etin? Here we have it. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Fire Giant. Yeah, they come with G and not with F. These evil giants have flaming red hair and are immune to all fire. They usually attack with giant two-handed swords. Giants. Fire, yeah. Yeah, we have it. Yeah. This direction. Okay, good. We have it here. Okay. Giant frog. Level 3. These are giant carnivorous frogs. They are fast, dangerous predators who may be poisonous. This will be on a frog, perhaps. Yeah, it's here. So it's all here. I think you saw enough of these monsters here. Giant lizard level 4. These are the giant cousins to the common lizard. Giant mantis level 7. These are the giant versions of the common mantis. These creatures are fast, strong and have a good armor. Giant scorpion level 6. These are the giant versions of the common scorpion. Its poisonous tail can kill a man. Giant snake. These are giant poisonous snakes level 5. Ghoul level 3. These are evil undead. Those touch may paralyze a man in combat. They feed on corpses and attack all living creatures on sight. Gnoll level 2. These creatures are hyena-headed humanoids who stand over 7 feet tall. Goblin level 1. These are small humanoids common in the realms. Hill giant level 7. These are one of the smaller, more stupid giants, but they are still tough opponents. They usually carry large clubs. Hippogriff level 3. These magnificent creatures have the forelimbs and head of an eagle and the body and hind legs of a horse. Hobgoblin level 2. These are human-sized intelligent relatives of the goblins. Kobold level 1. These are small cowardly humanoids who delight in killing and torture. Lizardman level 3. These are lizard-like humanoids. They are omnivorous, but they have a particular fancy for human flesh. Medusa, level 6. These are hideous women with snakes or for hair. They can turn a man to stone with their gaze. Minotaur, level 6. These are strong, bull-headed humanoids. They are cruel man-eaters, commonly found in mazes. Mummy, level 7. These are powerful undead with great strength. The mere sight of one has been known to paralyze a man in combat. The touch of the mummy causes a strange, rotting disease. Nymph, level 5. These are extremely beautiful creatures that appear as ever young females. They usually inhabit wild lakes and streams. But when I go to the Monster Compendium, at least the second edition, then the mere sight of a nymph is killing. Ogre, level 4. These are large, full-tempered, ugly humanoids. They are strong fighters. Orc, level 1. These are evil, pig-faced humanoids. Phase Spider, level 6. These are giant poisonous spiders with the ability to phase in and out of this dimension. Usually they only phase in to attack, then phase out again. Quickling, level 4. These are small, fast-moving creatures. Because of their great speed, they are invisible when they move. Skeleton. These are the last of the undead. These animated skeletons are usually controlled by some evil force. Spectre, level 7. These are one of the most powerful of the undead. Their touch can drain the life out of man. Sturge, level 2. These are small blood-sucking birds. 3 green, level 6. These are intelligent carnivorous insect men who live in burrows. They have 4 arms and a poisonous bite that paralyzes their foes. Tiger, level 5. These are noble beasts who are both strong and silent. Though their normal prey are animals, they have been known to become man-eaters. Troll, level 6. These are large, strong, ugly humanoids. They know no fear and can regenerate wounds. Vampire, level 8. These are one of the most dreaded undead in the realms. They can drain life. 5 life levels, are strong fighters and are sometimes powerful magic users. War Dog, level 3. These are large, strong dogs trained to kill. Orcs, goblins and other evil humanoids are known to use them. White, level 6. Evil undead humans whose touch can drain the life out of a man. Wild Boar, level 4. These creatures are the wild relatives of the pig. Wraith, level 6. These creatures are non-corporeal undead. Their touch can drain the life out of a man. Wyvern, level 7. The creatures are distant relatives of dragons. They attack by biting and using this poisonous sting in their tail. Zombie, level 4. Magically animated corpses controlled by an evil force. Zombies always fight back until destroyed or turned. Then there are the proclamations. We don't need them now. Journal entries. We don't need them now. No. Appendixes. This we need. So, then it's time to start the game. Let's see how it works. Play Pool of Radiance. Better late than never. So yeah, then this is the problem. Okay, I got it. When I want to get out, when I want to get here to do something. This was not good. Let's go out again. You're kidding, oder? Yeah. Okay, then here we can create characters now. We said we want to... What is going on? The arrow is not working. Why not? Okay, this is not starting good. Where's Ah, yeah, okay. So I said I want to make an elf. Make it female. And then I want to make fighter magic user thief. And she is not really good. This is not the picture I want to have. I hope you're sure. Keep this character. Oh, that looks really good. We keep it. Yes. Our name. Head. Oh yeah, the funny faces. Take this one. Body. Yeah, this was funny at that time. Let's take this body. Keep. So now we can here we can change the head, how the person should look. Let's take this one. Weapon. Fight the magic user thief, yeah. Let's take this one. Color. Weapon. Body. Yeah, this is a very old game, you see. Hair. Shield. Maybe shield stays. Arm. Wait. Yeah, we keep this. Looks good. Color too. Weapon. Yeah, this is better. Body. Face. Oh yeah. Okay, everything fine. Wait, this looks good. Shield. Yeah, looks a bit different. Arm. Yeah, take the green color, why not? Exit. Size. Oh, keep. Okay, exit. Is this icon okay? Yes. So now we create the next character. We need a human mage. Male. Magic user. He is let's say neutral. Okay. No, we don't keep this one. Yeah, wow, what the heck? This one we keep, of course. Character name. Pentagon. Head. God, this face is... I don't get it. Let's take this one. Body. Yeah. Naja. Perhaps this is a better one. Let's take this one. Oh god, boy. Pots. Head. Yeah. Weapon. This one looks good. Keep. Exit. Color. Weapon. Body. Here. Shield. Prominent. Arm. Leg. Color 2. Weapon. Okay, there's next. Body. Face. Shield. Arm. Leg. Out. Yep. Yes. So we have 2 characters now. We need a human fighter. He's male. He is level good. Keep this character. No, 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 no. Yeah, this we keep for now. Character name. Head. Are you kidding me? Give me the guy with the helmet. Yes. Yeah, this looks good. Keep. Then we have parts. Head. I think I take this. Nah. Face, we don't change anything. Yeah, this is okay. But where's the head? Uh-uh. Huh? Here. Forgot it. This is the helm. It's the helmet. Why is it not getting another color? I don't know. I don't want it purple. Then we take another head because I thought it's a helmet. Here. Okay, purple is not my color. Sorry. Head. Take another head. Yeah, let's take this one. It's okay. Ah! It's okay. So we have 3 people now. What else do we need? We have magic, 2 humans, 1 elf. One normal thief. For this I take a halfling. Halfling or no? Halfling. Okay, funny faces for halflings. Take this one. Oh yeah, this one was good. Keep. Oh yeah. Head. Halfling with beard, okay. This one. Rogue should hide himself. Halfling, yeah, he is blue, yeah. Yeah, keep him that way. Don't make a fuss out of it. Size is okay. Yep. So we have a mage, we have a fighter, we have some mixed thing. Cleric, I need a cleric, yes. What's the name of the cleric? Ah. Yeah, now name is missing, no? Oh yeah. No. This. So what do we have now? 5. Another fighter would be good. Can he make? Yeah, he can make it. Then we have our dwarf. This be arrive already. Yeah, okay, take this one. Yeah, take this one. It's good. Weapon. Ja, nehmen wir den Speer. Passt. Weapon. Body. Yes, sir. So now we can add the characters. First of all, Baram. Then, who is the fighter? Lucius. Then, Vigil is a fighter too. No, it's only a Hazard is the cleric. This one. No. No. Ed. Okay, so and now I can modify character. This is now funny. They said you can modify it that it's like your character in real pen and paper, but you can modify it to have max everything, and this is what you have to do here. So now he has 5 hit points. 5. What the foo? Ah, yeah, I can. Wanted to say, yeah. Okay, keep it. Modify, next one. Keep. Then the next one. Modify. And the next. The next. And then we have our mage. Keep. So let's see. Looks good, yeah? Then we remove all of them. Add them again. Param. Lucius. Then we save the game. A. So we are ready to start, right? Okay, 1 hour left. Then let's start. Begin the game. I am Rolf, appointed by the council to introduce. Greetings, courageous ones. I am Rolf, appointed by the council to introduce newcomers to the fair city of Flan. If you will accompany me, I will start the tour. You now face an entrance to the Temple of Tyr. There are 3 temples in Flan: Tyrs, Sunes, and Tempus. Tyrs is the largest and houses Bishop Brachio. If you will turn around now, you will see the entrance to the passengers' docks area. We just departed. Few ships there, the perilous passage here, but the council is developing a plan to open up the sea lanes. Please follow me. That's the fantastic sound we hear. Behind these doors are the special training schools where adventurers increase their skills. Let us now go to the city's most important building. We're just outside the city hall. Proclamations are posted on these walls. Inside, the city clerk awards the council's commissions. Commissions are the quickest way to fame and fortune. On your right is one of the entrances to Sion's temple. As with all Flan's temples, various clerical services are offered. Inside, on your left, is an entrance to the city's park. Beyond this gate are the monster-ridden areas of the old city. We are slowly preparing for settlements. The council offers a generous reward to those who clear areas of monsters. Our tour is ended. Again, let me urge you to apply to the city clerk for a commission. Goodbye and good fortune. You are now on your own. Let's make it that way, then we see how fast it goes. You're outside the city hall. The city clerk awaits inside to award commissions. Proclamations are posted on the walls. On your journal, you note proclamation. So now, how can I read them? I cannot get out of this game now. This is not good. This is not good. I can get out, but then this is happening, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Proclamations 64. Be it known that the Council is interested in acquiring information as to the disposition of various formerly living entities rumored to be harassing honest citizens in the vicinity of Wellingen Graveyard. A reward is offered to any person who shall travel to said graveyard and return an eyewitness account. Yeah, this is not good now. We cannot do this now. We're not strong enough. Then the next one is 78. Be it known that the Council is offering a reward to any person or persons who can provide information as to the disposition of several Council agents who have been sent to investigate the unseemly happenings in the vicinity of Wellingen Graveyard. Again, okay. And then 109. Be it known that the Council is offering an inducement to any individual who shall serve in the rescue force for the mercenary band of Timalk, the Invincible, which has disappeared inside Wellingen Graveyard. Aha. And this one. 59. Be it known that the Council is interested in reclaiming the remaining blocks of the city of Niflheim. To reclaim said blocks, they must be first cleared of monsters, vermin, and other uncivilized inhabitants. To this end, the Council is offering a reward to any person or group who is responsible for clearing any block of the old city. So, okay, and how do I get back? How do I get back now? Ah, it was Alt and Enter. Good. Yeah. Let's see the map. Where can I go? Tavern. I don't have any equipment, right? I have to go for shopping. Why do I not have any equipment? No, I don't have. What the fuck? Okay, what is everything? Normally the proclamations are here on the wall. Shops, one shops. Where's a shop? Okay, we do it different way. This is a temple. The priests of Tyr welcome you to the temple. Do you seek healing? No. Then you must leave. Okay, alles klar. This is another part of the temple. To the north is the passenger dock. By order of the city council, the harbor master says the only boat out is going to the Sokol Keep. You can catch it at the end of the pier. Sokol Keep is, I think, let's check my map. Too heavy for now. Let's leave. There it's this temple again. Let's check up. What is this? The shopkeeper greets you and offers you items for sale. Can I show you something? Yes. Pool. Bye. Okay. You have nothing I need now. Yes. Share. Exit. Yeah, this is what they said. You have to be careful what you do. But the question is not nice what they do. They ask you if you want to go back instead of they ask you if you want to leave the money behind them. You're in a tavern. The air is filled with smoke and gossip. People are gambling at the tables. Does anyone want to gamble? Yes. The game works like this. We spin this top of the green side comes up and you get double your money back. If a blue side comes up, you get your money back. If a red side comes up, you lose. Who wants to gamble? Okay, I don't have money. No, we leave. Oh wait, I have not been here. A shop specializes in arms and armor. Can I show you the wares? Yes, here we wanted to go. Pool money. Buy. Hehe. How much money do I have? Where's my money? Where do I see it? Take here. 483. Good. Okay. Baram is Okay, you can have 200 sword or 100. No. We have an we have a dwarf here. Yeah. The point is, yep. Let's check. Okay. So, damage. Yeah, the initiative is different too. You buy yourself a halberd, Lucian hammer, and then you have 3 fighters, yeah? Lucian hammer is 200, okay? Then he needs bandit man. Make it different. Not buying shield, not buying. Okay, good. Then Lucius, buy. He needs a sword. Long sword. Bastard sword, what is this? It's 200. I want the long sword. Exit. Then Hazard, this is a cleric. Cleric. Dagger, genau. Fork. Hammer. Mace. You're buying a mace. Akasha is a fighter. You're buying a longsword. Vigil is a rogue. Thief. He's only a thief, right? No, fighter thief. Then he can have every kind of sword he wants. Longsword. Why should he not take a longsword? Then we have our. You're buying a bow stick. Bow stick, right? Can you use it? No. Quarterstick. Quarterstaff. Yeah, quarterstaff is it. There it is. So then, items. Ready. Exit. Okay. Okay, then take 84 platinum mining. Good use with 5 350. Yeah. Okay, bye. Shield. Na, der kommt kein Schild nehmen. Bist du schon mal raus? You're out. He can buy shield. Exit. Buy. Shield. Buy. Shield. Und du buy. This one too. Shield. So now how much money is left? 72. It's 350, 360 gold. So these people can all carry, all 5 can carry, can use armor. 5 people. Bye. Five. I cannot even afford 5 times chainmail. No? Cannot. Okay. Dann kaufst du mal. Du kriegst das Blindmail. Du kriegst das Chainmail. Bye. Du kriegst auch ein Chainmail. 130 gold, 132 gold I still have, 132 gold. We don't buy arrow or so. I want to, yeah, not good now. Okay, I need one platin left. Okay. Okay, this is one plat. This is two plat, three platin. We'll get it for now. So we're at that place. The shopkeeper greets you and offers you items for sale. Can I show you something? Yes. What are you having? Okay, this kind of stuff again. The shop sells silver items. Would you like to see our selection? Yes, let's see. Buy. Okay, when we fight against undead. Shopkeeper greets you and offers you items for sale. Can I show you something? What do you have? This one again. The shop specializes in arms and armor. Can I show you? Where's yes. Okay, this is the nothing special. The shop sells silver items. Okay, it's always the same. Then this I know too. What is this? Is same kind of shop again. I'm checking my map here. It will cost you one platinum piece to rest here. Do you want to stay? Yes. Who will pay? You. Magic. Memorize. Okay. Memorize. 3 clerical spells. Yes, then Akasha, memorize. Okay, the speed I can fasten up a bit. Let's see how fast this is. Save game. A. No, we're not quitting to DOS. Okay. This is another temple. The priests of temples bid you welcome. Do you seek healing? No. Then you have to leave. Okay. There's Nothing special. Okay, let's see what's going on here. You enter the city hall. As you face down the hallway, you see a guarded door. You're outside the clerk's office. Guards posted around the door in the south wall watch you closely. At your entry, the council clerk begins looking through a stack of papers. Before I can offer any commissions, I must see if you are due a current reward. The clerk shuffles through the papers, and on matter of a commission, she says, I can offer the following. The slums immediately to our west need to be cleared out of monsters. Sokol Keep on Ton Island must be cleared. The council is offering a reward for books, maps, tomes, etc., which provide useful information about Flan before the fall. The reward is tied to the value of the information. These are all of the commissions currently available. Then she was throwing us out. South, east, north. The way is blocked. Yes, we leave. Oh, this was not good. North, here we have the guard. This is where you can train. Notices for teachers and students are posted on the walls. Are not directs magic users and clerics to go north and fighters and rogues to go east. Okay. So what we have to do now is to go to the slums. We have to enter this place. You are by the gateway to the unsettled areas. The city watch eyes you suspiciously. Slums. Yeah, interesting place. You have entered the monster-crawling slums of Flan. Small, ugly things scurry from beneath your feet in the distance, and alarm sounds. Encamp. Save. A. Read the doors. No. Exit. Search. So we are going there with a search. You have surprised a party of kobolds. Let's fight. Then you see how the fight is going. Aim. Menu. To see how many there are. Not that many. Okay, exit. Exit. So here, move. Move. Misses. Not good. Misses. Not good. Sleeping is not... sleep is not a good cast now. Okay, what is going on? Okay, the first one. What the heck? Oh, 18 experience points. That's not much. Take. Items. Ach du grüne Neune. Share. Take. Okay, this was our first fight. What the heck? Let's fight them. Cast. Brauchen wir noch nicht. How many are there? Okay, not that many. Let's try it without casting. He can cast. Cure light wounds. Cure light wounds. Cure light wounds. You're not casting good, idiot. Whee! The first fight was, yeah, a bit of... Okay, then let's check on what he was getting here. Items. Studded leather armor. Short bow is interesting. When he's reading it, no. Okay. Trade to Vigil. Trade to Vigil. Shield he can keep. The rest is for sale. Good. The same as before. Yep. Hello, I want to sell something. Are you kidding me? Can I not sell things? Doch, da. Nah, this way it's working. Sell. Yes. Sell. Yes. The shield I keep. Where's my money out here? So now I have to rest again. Magic. Memorize. Cast. Cure light wounds. Cast. Oh, no more. Cast, cure light wounds. Okay, then memorize. Okay, exit, save, yes sir. No, I didn't want to quit the DOS. Ah, this is this old thing that you have to quit the DOS after this. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Try again. Can we try again? Oh no, it's already late. Yeah, okay, then it was a good choice. Yeah, we started a bit, not much. Next time more. We were reading the instruction manual, the bit of history of Forgotten Realms and all this, and yeah, next Sunday we dive into the game more. I like it. It's a continuation of what Interplay was doing with the Bard's Tale, that you have a strategic fight and where you can move your characters, and like in the real D&D pen and paper. So yeah, we will play this series now. It's a long series because let me get out of the game. Because there is more of this. There is Treasures of the Savage Frontier and Gateway to the Savage Frontier is another series. It's only two parts. Then there is the Champions, Death Knights, and Dark Queen of Kryn. This is 3 parts of this series. Eye of the Beholder is another series. Is different than Hills Far. We play in between 2. And what I'm missing here is the Buck Rogers game. That was from them too. Let's see. Buck Rogers. I cannot believe they don't have it. They don't have it. Fine. Okay. Perhaps we find it till then. So this was it for now, for this week. And yeah, I wish you a nice Sunday, a good week, and we see again next Sunday. Till then, bye bye and ciao.